Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Black History Month. All the things. Okay. I haven't been up here for a minute. I've been taking a little YouTube break, but I am back. Okay. She is back. And we are up here going to talk about the um last season of Snowfall. My brain went blank for a second. Last season of Snowfall, season 6. Season 6 is a good one. A lot of things was going on, and we gonna talk all about it. Let me bring up some friends, and of course, I don't have all my things together. I'm always at the last minute. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. But I'm kind okay. Here I is. Okay. All right. What's up, RC? How you doing? All right. All right. There we go, Moochie. How you doing? Am I muted? I can't hear you.
Hey, girl.
Oh, there. Okay. I thought I didn't
I
know it
said
was
the
me.
fire and the flame had me jump out my seat.
It kind of
Okay?
scared me too. It
It
kind of
scared
scared
me.
me
I
too
said,
much.
what the heck is going on
I
here?
ain't know. It came out.
Heck
Oh,
is
yeah. It
going
made
on
me jump
here?
a little bit too. I was
Like,
I was
what
scared of
the heck
myself.
is going on here?
I'm just trying different
I'm
things
loving
out.
it, though.
Some things gonna work and some things not gonna work. I'm just trying different
It
things
worked
out.
for me.
Yeah, so
It worked for me.
there's
I think you need to have that when you get a super chat or something.
I know.
Or that sound effect when you ready to throw a mother father in the fire. Okay?
Exactly. I know.
Okay?
I'm
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 loving
I'm
it.
ready to do it. Let me bring on up our home girl. And she done left us on the East Coast. She down there where it's all hot and everything. She probably in the swimming pool.
I know.
Amina, what's going on?
How you doing? Yes, I do love the flames. I was like, oh, we ready.
Mhm. Hi,
Well, we got to
Mina.
throw some damn people in the flames on this
Hey,
episode. I mean this season. I mean, how you doing? How's it? You got everything all situated now? You've
we
been
80 degrees. We in tank tops.
yeah. You see you. I'm about to fight you. I'm gonna throw you in the flames. I'm, I'm so mad, girl. If I look out my window, it's a mountain of snow outside. Okay.
I heard people's
Mhm.
pipes are busting though. In all seriousness,
Yeah, no, it's been going on. There, New York got it too, and I'm in the DMV. We got it here. We got ice and snow on the ground. And Lord, even though the streets are clear, but you got to be careful because you might. I slipped on some ice in the parking lot, so I mean, you just don't never know. It's. I don't know why I'm still here. I need to be moved, living down way down there where you at. Lord, I don't know why I'm still here, but I'm dealing with it. But yeah, I know you glad to get out of this cold weather.
I am. I am.
Oh yes, and shout out to
See,
to
I like it
all
for
I
me.
see. Yeah, she went through a horrible situation. Her pipes burst in her apartment,
Oh my
destroyed all her and
goodness.
her kids' stuff. You know,
That's
I hope you're
terrible.
doing good. I'm gonna reach out to you. I hope y'all getting through it because that's the worst to have a flood.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
worst, because when your stuff is damaged, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you said y'all alive. That's the most, yeah, because you can replace all the stuff long as you got your life. Yeah. So, hey, everybody in the chat, what is going on, y'all? This is I'm trying to get my thing up here. So hold on one second. Oh shit, I'm screwing up. So
Oh,
did you,
and then
when I'm getting my things up here, did y'all how'd y'all like this the last season of Snowfall?
This is
How'd y'all
the
like the
this the season I really don't care for.
really?
It's,
Okay.
yeah, because I don't
Okay.
like the way it ended. I feel
Okay.
like we could tell the difference between John Singleton's writing and whoever took over. and it was like a drastic change to me.
Okay.
Somewhat
Okay.
of a drastic change.
Okay. Okay. I mean I like it. I don't have a problem with it because to me it's realistic as far as how things ended. I know a lot of people want, and I don't want to jump the gun yet, but I know I'm sure everybody has seen it, but it might be somebody who just still haven't seen it. So I don't want to jump the gun yet, but some people wanted him to run off in the sunset with all the money. But to me, that would be like power. That's not realistic. Um, this was so realistic to me. So, but we'll see. I
Or they
mean,
could have wrote what really happened.
well, I mean,
Oh gosh.
I ain't gonna go
I'm
on the
just
real
saying,
story.
like, lock
Yeah,
them up.
They could
yeah,
have.
they could have, but I like that how they
Turned them into a
he
fiend.
look, Franklin was out there putting the crack out there in the streets, out in the world. And then he ended up being addicted to the money, just like on
Mm-hmm.
crack. So to
Mm-hmm.
me, I think that's very realistic. And
It is.
not everybody turns out, not every drug dealer turns out that some drug dealers are end up being a bomb later on in life. So they done lost it all, don't have nothing. Um I don't know. We gonna get to it. I know everybody gonna have their opinion, um, but yeah, yeah, exactly. You see people like them standing around in the corner in the neighborhoods drinking a 40 or whatever, and you don't know they could have been the biggest drug dealer in the world or whatever, and then they didn't lost it all.
You know
Uh,
what? I met a guy like that actually. Um, he was but he used to be at the train station all the time. He had some kind of like Twitch and stuff like that. And I forgot what we used to call him, but it was some kind of crazy name. And they was like, yo, no, they did research. They was like, back in the day, what happened was I think he went to jail and he did K2 and it messed his brain up.
Mm.
And he ain't never been the same.
Wow.
yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes yeah.
And they said they
Sometimes
did it
people
for
are
him on
messed up from
purpose.
that.
They
Sometimes
gave it to
people are
him on
messed
purpose.
right. Some people are messed up. But it was never an intention. It was never, in my opinion. Maybe something. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Hey, what's up, Brillo? What's going? Look, y'all. Shout out to Brillo. If y'all haven't been watching, Brillo been doing these fire lives, doing his own take on power and all that. What is it called? The power like the
Alternate.
yeah, alternate something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been good
alternate
though.
story.
I've been
Alternate story gone. It's very
alternate
good.
storyline. It's been pretty good. I've been catching the like the replays, and no, it's been pretty good. So y'all check out Brillo where he got going on because yes, thank you there. Okay, we got Pretty Girl. What's going
Hey,
on?
BG.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
We hanging in there. We just getting going, just getting started, but we doing all right. Um, yeah, so let's go ahead and get started because we got there's a lot to talk about. So we season 6. Okay, so we're ended on from season 5 where the money is gone. Franklin then also the Teddy then took the money. All the money is gone. So now he's getting revenge. And this, he stole all the product and money from Louis and Uncle Jerome. And of course he's still looking for Peaches. And so, that's where where we kind of pick up from the end of last season from season 5. So at this point, look, I'm gonna tell you, seasons 1 through 4 I was still down with Franklin, but seasons 5 and 6, no, 5 he got on my nerves. 6 I can't stand Franklin. I despise him. I don't like Franklin in season 6 at all.
That's what I mean when I don't like that season. I didn't like Franklin that whole season. I just thought
and I think that's that's realistic, Moochie, though, for you to switch. You can you can start off liking a character and then end up hating them,
Yeah.
or hate them at the beginning and end up loving them. So it could that can happen, you know. Um, yeah, he definitely lost his mind, his money. He lost his dignity. He lost everything. Like, you know, oh my God. Don't let me get started on when he get the
He
cussing
even
out the
lost his
mama.
morals for a second.
Yes,
He
yes,
even lost
yeah,
his morals for a second.
But
right.
can I say something real quick? And I know this is like apples and oranges, but it was ironic that I was watching Scarface this weekend. And like I think at the end, like people just start their personality do start changing when they get like
Yes,
power, and they be like, you
yes,
letting this power go to your head. So it's like
yes,
it does change you. We just gotta
absolutely.
see how it changes you.
Absolutely, it does. It does change you, and that Scarface is a good example too. That even though he is evil and ruthless and all of that, but we still like him. We can still like a a evil character. You know, we can root for him, but at the end, he deserved his death. And
He was
I'm
an
talking about
animal.
Scarface. He deserved it. He was doing too much. He was doing way too much. You know, so it's not surprising that they took him out at the end of that. Um, but he, you know, and I think some people maybe want to see Franklin, even if he was going to die, to go down the blaze of glory like that too. Some people wanted that.
Yeah.
So,
But then what happened to that real girl? It was a real top drug dealer, Queen Pen. And she lost her mind at the end too.
oh, come on, Griselda.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I call her cocaine grandma. That's what I was. That's what I was calling her. Cocaine grandma. Yeah, Moochie. Remember we talked. Didn't we review her story?
Yeah,
I think.
know we
Yeah, I
did.
think Moochie. We did review her story, and she went crazy too at the end. She was doing some stuff too. I'm not surprised that they took her because she at the end she had did so much. They had to get rid of that lady. You know, so this um well what's his now this character up here, Big D, I can't stand him. I don't like him. You know, I don't like Big D, but see, so what Franklin did was go to the projects and try to meet up with Big D to say, uh, look, you can buy from me. And he didn't care who he was getting his stuff from, long as he was getting it at a reasonable price. And so Jerome was real pissed off about that. You know, he was pissed off about it because, you know, I guess D went back behind his back, you know, and Franklin went behind his back. But they and Louis at this point, I stopped liking Louis around about season 4. Like around this time here, she was really
She was feeling herself.
she was filming her stuff. She was a piece of work. She
Yeah.
was a piece of work. Hey, what's going on, Harris? Yeah, she was filming herself. She was trying to become like a queen pen. She definitely didn't want to fool with Franklin no more. And I mean, which I can't blame her for not wanting to fool because he was doing a lot.
They was getting into it with too many people, and she
mhm.
felt like she lost enough.
And I feel like Uncle Jerome Moochie was really just a casualty of, even though he put, you know, he did his part too, but he was a casualty in all this because he didn't want to he never wanted to get involved in this game in the first place. He was happy selling his little weed and sitting up on the porch, lifting weights and all that stuff. He never wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
And Franklin and her and Louis pushed him into it. And of course he enjoyed the money and all the things, but after a while, it was too many people was dying. He didn't like it. He didn't like that he got involved. They had him involved with Teddy, which is the CIA, because they kept that from him at first. You know, he didn't know that for a long time. He didn't know who the plug was. So, I mean, you know, they all played a part in this whole empire crashing down. Everybody, I think, plays a part. Now, so Franklin took, had stole their money and their product and everything. So they figured they try to find out from Diamond and Dallas, aka Mabel from being mad. They trying to find out, from them where the product and stuff. They didn't know where the product was. Franklin had moved everything. He didn't want anybody know. After Peaches stole from him, he didn't want nobody else knowing where the money and the product and stuff was. So the girls really didn't know. But I didn't like how Jerome beat the hell out of which one was this? PG or anybody? Is it Diamond? Or Dallas? The one this
Mabel.
Is it yeah, the one that played
No,
Mabel.
that was from BMF.
I know Mabel's from BM. I mean, I know that. I just can't think. I can't remember if she's Dallas or if she's Diamond. I can't remember.
Diamond, yeah.
Yeah, I can remember which one is who. But
she's Dallas.
Jerome beat the dog mess out of her.
He did,
and I didn't like that at all. And Uncle Jerome is my guy. I'm I always love Uncle Jerome, but I was mad with him with that. I mean, look, if he had slapped across the face, I'd be like, all right. But the way he beat her till she died.
Yeah, and I think also at that point he caught himself too, because he was like, yo, I don't even like who I'm becoming.
Yeah, right. And I think that's another reason why he wanted to, back away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he just wasn't the Uncle Jerome that we knew from the early seasons. He was more darker here, and he was sadder here in this season. The early seasons, Uncle Jerome was always saying funny stuff. He was happy. Yeah, he changed after season 4. I think he changed.
Every one of them.
Yeah, everybody did. Art. Yeah, everybody did. Right.
Everyone had a strong art.
Right. Well, so she ended up getting beat to death, and they had a pact. Her, Diamond and Dallas had a pact with each other that whoever, if anything should happen to any one of them, that the other one would get out the game and take care of the children, and that's what happened with them. So she ended up getting she just ended up getting out the game. The other girl who was there and took care of the kids. Now Teddy is still trying to get back into the CIA because at this point now he's a independent contractor with him, and so James, the handler, was trying to telling him that if he get things back on track and make things right, I guess with Franklin and all that he can get back, but they was too far gone now at this point. They was too far gone.
They was using Teddy.
Oh
rightfully
yeah.
So
he was using him too. They had no intentions on bringing him back into the CIA. They wasn't going to bring him back. I don't believe that. I at least that's how I feel. I don't believe they was going to bring him back.
I agree.
They was just using him. Yeah. So, and then he finds out from Louis that Franklin's, stole their product and everything. So she said, it's going to be a few days to pay you back. She wanted to get some on consignment. So he, I don't know why he's shocked though that Franklin would react this way. You think that you stole 73 million and you think that somebody is not going to try to find their money or get upset about it or retaliate in some type of way?
He always underestimated Franklin, regardless.
Oh yeah, always, yeah. Oh,
I'm mad if I lose $73.
That's what I'm saying. 73 cents. I mean, I'm saying that. But you're right, $73 for sure. You know what I'm saying? You'd be mad at yourself if you lost it, So I mean, that's yeah, he was. I don't know why he thought Franklin was just gonna walk away and it wasn't gonna be no problems. Now this crazy lady here, Parissa, I forgot we had a nickname for her, Moochie. I can't remember what we used to call her when we talked about it the initial time. We had
I'm
a
trying
nickname
to
for
think,
this
but we
lady.
did have a nickname for her.
I can't remember what we called in there, but I was thinking about it all day. I said, what did we used to call this
And
lady?
her deceptive behind.
Yes, right.
Crazy.
She real crazy. She took care of Teddy, after he got shot and everything last season. And so she,
Teddy fell in love.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, fell in love. Well, also too, she's different from the other lady he was with, Julia, because Julia worked for the government. She tried to stick by the book. This lady she down with the mess.
Yeah, she with it.
Yeah, she's down with it, and he knew her from back when they were in one of those missions. I forgot where they were, but um, so he knew her from the past. So, and she had gotten arrested because she was found walking down the street. This was after Teddy went to Avi's house um to steal documents out of Avi's house. Because
Remember, she had to leave because it got hot.
that guy had that man, the KGB guy found her, saw her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why she was sitting here in prison. I mean, well, not prison, but in the holding cell in the jail. So, but yeah, they got a weird relationship. Now, y'all remember this guy Tony? He's the DEA guy. He goes way back to, what was that, season 2 when we first discovered this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he will not give up busting all of them because of what happened to his partner. He knows that they did something to her, to what was her name, Lorena. So he will not give up.
Yeah, he's like a dog with a bone that won't let go.
Hey Lawrence, what's going on? Y'all check out Lawrence Report. He be doing all kind of reviews and movie reviews and everything. He got it going on over there. And review all the TV shows too. Um, yeah. So at this point, they going after Gustavo. So Gustavo, he the Gustavo, he's trying to just play along with the DEA, but they have him. They like, look, either you going to work with us and like be an informant or snitch or whatever word, or we going to bust you and lock you up. So he's trying to walk very delicately, making sure that Teddy don't find out, because he know if Teddy find out, he could get killed.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to go to jail, and so I like Gustavo. I think I'm glad he made it all the way out at the end. Not to spoil it, but I'm glad nothing happened to him at the end.
Yeah.
He did his best.
Yeah, I feel like he was deserving of a, somewhat happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
He lost a lot, but he still had his life and freedom.
Now, could they have done a spinoff on him?
Perhaps.
I mean, I thought his scenes were more boring, though, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of dry.
Oh, with this season, he was more active in the previous seasons.
Yeah, but it's just like he was boring. Like I was just, it's like The Wire when they skip to like the cop scene. Sometimes it'd be boring, and then you're like waiting for the guys up in the projects to come.
Okay, this is the scene I was talking about when the homegirl said, I think this is Diamond. No, this is Dallas. I don't remember which one
It's
this is.
Dallas.
It's Dallas. Okay, she's the one who told Franklin, look.
Diamond, sorry.
Diamond, okay.
I'm about to look it up.
I remember it's that's why I call them both from Diamond and Dallas. I don't know.
Look it up.
That's why I kept calling the other girl Mabel, because that's the only way I could remember who she was.
Because I used to know.
You said Mabel.
Yeah, the other lady that passed. Well, she's taking care of the kids now because her homegirl's gone, and they made a pact saying that they not going to be in the game no more. whoever, if something happened to any one of them, they would take care of their children. So that's what she told Franklin. She out. She done. So Franklin,
That's
he
Dallas.
go. That's Dallas.
Mhm.
Okay, that's Dallas. Okay. Franklin goes to the hospital to meet up with Kane because remember last season, Kane got shot by Buckley, that crackhead police, and he shot him in the back, and so they were talking about he might be paralyzed and all this. So, but Franklin went and told them that it was Buckley who did it. It was Louis did it. He said that Louis and Jerome set this up. He's getting. I mean, I can't believe he would do that to his own uncle. Though I can understand Louis.
Excuse me. Louis pulled out the weapon on him. All bets are off now.
Well, that is true. That's true. That's true. What up, though?
What's popping? How you doing?
Right.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
Well, we just still really at the beginning of it. This is when Kane is in the hospital and Franklin goes to him and let him know that it was Louis who set everything up.
That was a good scene too.
I remember.
Mhm. So, Detroit, do you think that Franklin was right for what he did? I agree kind of with Amina. All bets are off,
What she
Yeah.
say? What she say?
What you just say? I mean, all bets are off after
I
Louis
said-
had put the hammer in his face last season.
Yeah, so it's done. Like, what did we even called you for? You
But
tried
no,
to
he
take him out.
remember Buckley put the hammer up to the back of his head, and
Yeah,
she
he
said if it
did.
wasn't for your uncle, I would have you taken out. Only because of your uncle,
Yeah, Louis was wilding for that.
Mm-hmm.
He was tripping, but I ain't mad at him. He had to get some allies, so he got Kane for backup.
Right, because he didn't have no crew. Right, he don't have
Yeah,
no. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I
and
mean,
really, he had no choice at this point because
right.
Leon was gone and nobody else was riding with him.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also everybody saw how Franklin was changing when season 5 came. Really started in season 4, but season 5
Mm.
for sure he changed so much that nobody was getting along with him anymore. Yeah, they was done with him. So now we meet Veronique's mama. I like this actress. I can't remember her name, but I like this actress.
She
But
been in
we
a
meet.
lot of stuff.
She been in a lot of stuff. She been in the game a long time. So we meet her, and we know she's a con artist. She be doing, but Veronique called her just because she's a con artist and she knows how to play the game to try to find how to get the money back. So
Right.
Franklin meets up with her, and Franklin at this point, look at Franklin's face. This is how he was looking throughout the whole season. He never had a smile on his face no more. That happy-go-lucky Franklin that ended after season probably 3.
You take 73 million and tell me if I'm going to smile.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be sick.
Right. Like PG said earlier, Detroit, you wasn't here. She said, I don't want to lose $73. I'm upset.
Right. That's a
Right.
fact.
Right. Yeah. So
I felt
yeah.
bad for the brand when he lost that money though. I'm like, dang, man.
Okay, but just to remember on season 5, they were at the wedding. Everybody was high on the LSD. He gets on the phone and he called Teddy and
He
was
did.
threatening him and saying all kinds of stuff to him. So Teddy
He
took
did.
it as a threat, and that's why what
Happened
happened?
to him, happened to him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. But see, that was his inner self talking because Teddy was always treating him like a boy.
Yeah.
He did.
Son
He
and
did.
daughter.
I think Teddy was gonna take the money regardless anyway.
Probably.
He tried
He
to anyway.
was. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Probably.
Put a pin in that because we're gonna talk when we get toward the real
Oh
end.
yeah.
I'm gonna really kind of talk about that. Franklin was never gonna have this money in the first place, and I think people kidding themselves thinking he was gonna ever walk away. Nobody was gonna walk away with no money, and no,
Not no
at
real money.
Yeah, no. At some point, this is the government we're dealing with. They not
Mm-hmm.
gonna let no. Yeah, I don't even get into. I ain't gonna get into it now. They meeting up with the Ruben, the KGB guy. What's his name? Sissy introduces Franklin them. She's still thinking that this guy is helping her, but really he's not trying to help her. He's trying to help his interests. You
Right. He trying
know,
to get Teddy. He trying to get Teddy himself
right? He don't care nothing about looking for who killed Alton and all that.
at
That's
all.
what she thought. You know that when she met up with him that he was going to help her with that. He never was helping. He was just lying to her. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
I
from
think she
another,
realized that later on, but she didn't know it at the time.
it was too late for that. Too late,
You know.
sissy
Wait,
man. You too
right?
late. Like,
Is she a simpet?
oh, nah, she ain't. She ain't that. She had to get justice. She had to get justice for her husband.
Yeah, Alton was
Yeah.
saying a lot though. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, she yeah, she thought she was trying to get Jessica's. She always knew what had happened with her husband, but it just with Alton. But
You think
Let
she still
yeah,
me.
had hope? I feel like she still had hope. I don't know.
I
At least
hope not. She didn't because I think she just wanted confirmation. I think she's not stupid. She knew that he probably was gone. I think she just needed confirmation though.
you're
I
I
right.
think
mean,
she just wanted to know how it happened.
how it happened. Yeah,
Mhm.
We
yeah.
all was curious about that.
Yeah, that's
Let
true.
me
Hmm.
ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a question though. Do it. I mean, I love Snowfall, but I wanted to see more of his story though. I think it was a money. He did say he had no business doing. Maybe it was a COVID situation, but I thought it was more story for him. I didn't know they
Who?
was gonna do Alton. I didn't know they was gonna do him like that. I thought he had more storyline, and then they
Yeah.
just offed him and never showed his body or nothing.
I know. I know because I think we talked about this the last
Hmm.
couple of times that we were all together. That the actor he was doing Walking Dead at the time,
Yeah,
and I think that's why they probably offered him because Walking Dead at that time was a huge, thing, and that's on AMC. They probably offered him a lot more money, and he
hmm
probably couldn't turn it down. I'm just making an assumption. I don't
Who
know.
was doing Walking Dead at the time? Now I can't
The
remember.
actor who played Alton or whatever his name is, yeah,
yeah. He did
Alton.
like season. I think he was on season 9 or 10.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was. I remember he was on there, and then I kind of fell off from Walking Dead after that part.
Yeah, he was a main. He was like one of the main characters on there too. After
Yeah,
Rick had got.
he was the main character. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably was a business decision because I remember I saw Man Boy have he was doing an interview and he was pretty much breaking down like at the end of the day he was making 2,500 episodes.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
saying
but
Yeah,
he hardly getting paid.
it made sense though, and I don't think he was upset about it.
No,
No,
he wasn't.
I'm
He
not
just said
saying
that's
that.
how the business is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you would think.
2,500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, what they was giving him, I think it was more, but he said once he had to pay his
Yeah.
managers
Oh,
and
damn.
all the stuff, then by the time he said he did it really for the exposure. He was a
Yeah.
nobody. Remember that he was an internet guy. He was
No,
not a
yeah.
star.
I didn't say he was mad, but it's just like you
Yeah,
would think just ignorantly, like as a he was doing such a great job, you would think he would be getting more, but
but he wasn't supposed to make. He wasn't even supposed to be on there that long. Remember, he said he
Yeah.
no,
was
yeah,
only supposed to
I'm
be
not
on there for a
disputing that.
couple of episodes, and he
yeah.
stayed longer than what he was supposed to.
Yeah.
So
They kind of actor. I forgot his name. Kind of broke it down. He basically said like, okay, let's say if a show was in Chicago and he like a serious regular or whatever, you got to pay for the place you stay at, like the hotel. The studio don't pay for that. You got to pay for
unless you're an
that.
A-list actor,
Unless you're an A-list, and so you have to
yeah.
pay for that. They said you will get it back when it comes to like taxes or whatever like that. But at the time, you barely. He said the only thing they pay for is like meals and stuff like that. But you gotta pay for where the your Uber and everything like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
because
sense.
he came from he was like one of those internet guy, people just doing like jokes and stuff on the internet. So he didn't have a whole lot of acting credits. So
Mm-hmm.
you get the bare minimum of whatever they, Now, if you're talking about somebody who's the star of the show, that's different. They definitely get more money. They
Mm-hmm.
they put them up, and especially the bigger the star you are, then they really take care of you. So,
Yeah. I mean, he invested
um,
in himself. That's what I'm saying with Alton. It was probably a business decision. Like, if you played a bigger role on Walking Dead, then I'm like, I got to go where the bread at.
yeah. I mean, look, but actors, you unemployed after your soon as
Yeah.
just one job, you back unemployed again. I mean, that's just how it is. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why everybody can't be an actor. I don't know if I could do it because
Yeah.
I need regular income coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not consistent at
Yeah,
all.
That's why
yeah.
you gotta go back on the working at Walmart to you another gig, and a lot of people ain't trying to do that.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Because everybody gonna
feel
sit
like
there and they,
it's
oh, I
steamroll over.
saw
They don't
you.
want to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's why you do see actors doing have regular jobs in
Mm-hmm.
between. You know, remember when everybody was clowning? And I know the sidetrack, but
Elvin.
when everybody was clowning, home, what's his name from the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then and I thought because he was working at Trader Joe's, I'm like, the man working, he taking care of his family. It's not
Yeah.
like he out here selling drugs
Exactly.
or being a bum or something.
Yeah.
He still was working. He was still
Respectable
he was
work.
still acting. He just needed
Yeah.
a regular paycheck while he was going on auditions and whatever. And right after that, he ended up getting Power and some other stuff he
Mm-hmm.
got.
Yeah.
You know,
Y'all
he was
heard
on
what
Tyler
happened.
Perry and some other things. So,
Y'all heard what happened though, right? Allegedly, because I heard this. I'm not
oh,
sure
what's up?
100%,
Don't
but
tell me something egregious happened to him. What happened?
nothing bad. But so
Oh,
I think somebody donated him money, or Tyler Perry gave him a lot of money or something, and then he donated it to charity. So we was like, oh,
oh
he
yeah,
was
I
being
did hear
broke.
that. I did hear that. Yeah, I heard that. I
I
think
was
Tyler
like,
Perry or somebody gave him something. I heard something like that. You right. That's true. I actually heard
He
that.
donated all
did
the
donate,
money.
but he didn't give him all his money though. It's nothing wrong. Like I feel like this: if somebody give you a blessing, it's nothing wrong. Even you know, what I mean, to me, it's nothing wrong with giving it back because if you give it back, you get more. You get more blessings. That's what he was talking about
No,
I
they
to
said
get
he
him.
gave it back, and he like broke again.
I mean, he not broke no
Well,
more,
that's
but
his fault then.
he
that's
not broke no. He that brother not broke no more. He was just doing stuff for the people, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it depends on the situation. If he was giving a violin strings sad story to Tyler and then he gives his blessing to somebody, I'm gonna feel away. I ain't gonna lie. If I was Tyler, I'm like, for real. But if he's one of those humble people, like I'm good with my Trader Joe's paycheck, I'll bless my extras to somebody else, and that's fine too. It's just on how he played it. I guess it just
I
depends.
didn't like the fact that people was clowning him. I'm like that. I
Yeah,
feel like when you clowning a person who got an
right.
honest job
Yeah.
and doing, you know what I'm saying? He's not doing nothing wrong.
But
You
Yeah.
know,
PG, you got to
so
think of a PG. He thinking smart though. People laughing at him by giving that away, giving some of that away. But you got to think he gave it. He worked. He gave it the money. When the white man come, the tax IRS coming, they taxes are different. Now, if you sit there and give to like a charity, that comes back to you.
Yeah, you get a
So
deduction, but you still got to pay
yeah,
taxes on whatever
but
you
it would
whatever
be
you're.
more. It would be less for him though, because
Yeah.
he can't afford to pay all of that, man. But if
mm,
you give in
Exactly.
charity, then
well,
it's less.
maybe they because he was wasn't he a lawyer on the Power Book too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Okay, well
was
maybe
Tariq's
they might.
lawyer.
Yeah, but maybe they might bring him back on Legacy as a lawyer for Tariq.
They could.
They
You know,
could, but
Then
he
he
lost
quit
all
on
his
Tariq.
money.
He told Tariq he didn't want to deal with him no more. So
well, that's true. He did say that.
he said the block's too hot, Tariq. I'm
Yeah, the
sorry.
black and hat, right? Oh no.
No,
Well,
funny. Sorry.
well, Sissy, told Jerome to sit down with Franklin and try to work things out.
Mm.
And boy, when this restaurant scene, they was like in a little diner or something like that. And when Franklin started talking cash money crap to Jerome slapped the dog mess out of him.
About two
Ah,
times.
I was
That scene was
laughing. Boy. I
powerful.
was cracking up like he deserved that slap across the mouth. Because he called his wife like a whore or something. He called her some kind of piece of trash or something.
Yeah.
I
He
forgot
said
what
she
he
was on
said,
those
but it was
sherms,
something real
man.
crazy. I was like, wow. And because Jerome, regardless of what he deserved, he's an OG. He wants you gonna show him respect, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But
He is the OG. He demand respect from Franklin, man.
and he pretty much helped raise Franklin.
Yeah, it's like a father to him.
Like a father to
Mm-hmm.
him when Alton was out there drinking and on the street, you know. So he was
Yeah.
he helped Sissy take care of him because Sissy had to work, and so that's why he probably felt like I don't deserve you treating me like this, you know.
I have one
That's
thing.
still his uncle. You got to have some sort of respect. That's what's wrong with.
Even if you
some of
don't
these
like your
boys now.
relative, I ain't gonna cuss my uncle out. I got an uncle right now. Like I ain't gonna cuss him out. I just ain't gonna fool with you, but I'm not gonna cuss you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see you. Hey, how you doing? And I'm going by my bit. I'm not gonna, but I'm never gonna F you and talk about your wife, and I ain't doing that.
I mean, to Amina's point, is 73 million. I mean,
Mhm.
cursed out somebody by mistake.
But y'all agree with Jerome, right?
No, yeah, I definitely agree with
73,
you.
yeah, well, you said because it's 73 million.
I mean, act out of character for real.
Jerome wasn't wrong in this thing, but you got to understand we got to see that we've been recapping this. You know what I mean? From 1 through 5. How did we get here? Your wife is the reason why we here. She's the reason why they falling out on this point because she the one didn't want to take the back seat. He didn't want to when Franklin was like, man, we can get this property here. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to be the main person.
Her fault too. She got to take some responsibility. Louis.
Yeah, she ain't take no accountability for nothing.
No, she did not. And later on in this season, she even said that all of this is Franklin's fault. No, no one twisted your arm to be a part of the game. You wanted it. Matter of fact, you encouraged Franklin to do it.
Yeah, I think she thought like she was pretty much like starting. Like she told him how to, where to take the first brick and
go over to Claudia, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know some of y'all. I remember when the show first came on, back when, and some of y'all did not like the Africa scenes and about Louis and I mean not Louis. I'm sorry, Wanda and Leon over in Africa. But going back and doing this rewatch, I actually enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought to myself, I'm here for it. I don't care what Detroit say. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm here for the spinoff.
They was mad
I want to see it. I want to at least see what it's about.
Because he was wifing a former drug addict.
I like they went over to Ghana. This wasn't in like Atlanta or something like. They actually went over to Ghana and did this over there. So it really made it authentic. I loved it.
Yeah.
No, this no disrespect what I'm about to do, but no disrespect. But there's no disrespect.
No disrespect, but you about to disrespect. Go ahead.
This part was boring. I actually skipped this part.
Come on, Detroit.
I thought it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I thought it was nice. Yeah, but I understand everybody got their own opinion.
Yeah,
I like the story that it was teaching us about the slave trade. And the point of the name of this episode here on this particular episode is called The Point of No Return, because that's what was going on with the slaves. There was the point, and they was going through that stuff they was going through, and then the point of no return. They get on the ship and they gone and never see their families and stuff no more. So it told a story, so
it definitely told a story, but it was boring.
It wasn't that long. Come on, now. It act like it was the whole episode.
When I was watching this, I said, you know what? I'm like, maybe Amina and PG and Moochie, maybe y'all was right. Maybe I'm tripping off the new spinoff that's about to happen. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. I really meant I was gonna watch this the Snowfall spinoff when it released, right? So when I looked at this episode, I remind me, like, you know what? I'm not tripping. I'm not about to.
At least look at the first episode before you say.
The only reason I said it because Leon and her is boring characters, bro. That's just like having. No, man, I ain't gonna even say it.
Leon ain't never been
characters.
When has
I disagree.
Wait a minute,
boring.
wait a minute. You said Leon been boring since the whole
Get out of here.
Nah,
Leon,
I don't believe that.
Leon and her together on the show is boring. It's not interesting at all. If
So it's not
Leon is a
interesting of
nobody
a
without
woman who was
Franklin.
on crack and she turned her life around and got cleaned up. That's boring.
Yes, it's boring because I know plenty of people in real life that did that. I can get their story. I don't need to see this on
Listen,
TV.
the Detroit King want to see the struggle.
Yeah.
No, I need.
Let's see the struggle.
I mean, we're gonna see a struggle because that's what they about to do. Right now, this is a struggle.
I feel like their story gave the whole season balance.
Yeah, and shout out to who did her braids because her braids was looking nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
This is what they were trying to do in Belly, Detroit. Like, come on, open up your mind.
I'm opening up my mind, but all that African stuff is nothing but cap because they came back. They could have stayed, but they came back.
Yeah,
I probably should have stayed.
I wish they had stayed in Africa. I wish they had not come back. But Leon he thought that he could come back and help his people.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was but remember, because that's what he told her, said, look, I need to come back and see if he can help his people. I think his intentions was good. But it just he came back to a big mess because he didn't know nothing about Franklin stealing the money. He didn't know all this stuff was going on. And then, Big Dion had took over the projects and ran it down to the ground. So
he was doing a lot.
He was doing a lot, but they got married. So now you see up there with Uncle Jerome, everybody shooting at each other. Franklin had Kane's people shooting at Louis and Jerome, Jerome's people and them shooting at them. So now it was like a big war going on. And Leon tried to go and sit down with Jerome and Louis, but Louis wasn't having it. Jerome wasn't having it. He tried to see if he can make some peace. So, because I think what you want the old Leon that was like season 1 Leon when he ready to fight and knuck if you buck.
No,
I'm
not even dissing him. I'm just saying that for a spinoff, these characters are boring.
But we don't know what other characters we gonna have. It's not gonna just be them. I'm sure it's gonna be a whole slew of characters.
They throwing music in the mix and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna have conflict.
It's gonna have we might see some stuff that's different.
Just watch 1 or 2 episodes and this before we
Detroit gonna watch it. He playing.
Yeah, Raising Cane and Knockoff.
He gonna watch it to complain about it.
Raising Cane and Knockoff.
He gonna watch it to complain about it.
No, I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna watch it because I don't want to be disrespected by being boring.
It's not gonna be boring. But
I ain't gonna watch it because it's Black History Month. But I'll say it next month.
No, I was gonna say, I think that was like the perfect scene when they went to Africa because it showed like the way, like, because that's the way people look when they come back into the hood. And they be like, yo, why are you living like this? Are you happy? And because they was just fighting. They was like, if you don't leave me alone, because Leon, if you remember, he was comfortable in the hood. He was just like sitting on his couch. Franklin's like, you don't want a nice house? I'm home. I'm more protected anywhere. You need security.
He's definitely more protected there than he would have been. You see, Franklin wasn't protected because his house his penthouse and everything kept getting shot up. So
imagine if he kept everything in the hood. And he was good to everybody.
Right.
So what's that guy that used to get high in his ear? He was safe. The one that Scully. Yeah, he was. You couldn't get past that mess. The CIA.
Oh yeah.
He had a fortress.
Scully never left the hood. Scully never left the hood. So
I got you gonna get there, but I got a character in here that would be way better than them. But you gonna get there.
Yeah, we're getting there. This is all still the same. He came home. He saw that the projects was all tore up. He keep trying to fix the lights. That they Big Dion keep going and shooting the light pole down, and he keeps getting them fixed. And it became a conflict with Leon and Dion. They end up, of course, we get there when they get to fighting. And Franklin told him here he went. This is when Franklin's place was all tore up, had got shot up or something, or raided or whatever. And Franklin told him this. Take your wife and go back to Ghana.
Yeah, he did.
Because things is going to get real ugly here. He warned them. He said so, but they didn't go. But he told them to leave.
Because then he gave Leon an ultimatum, like, is you with me or not? Like,
yeah, right. He did give him ultimatum. Right.
Oh, because he was trying to make peace. It's like, hold up. Like 50 Cent, hold up.
And this is what I'm talking about when Leon beat the dog mess out of Big Dion. Because Dion was doing too much.
Shout out to shout out to Leon for doing that, man. You gotta take up for your wife. You can't let that man.
I mean, look, this actor had got on. He because the first seasons he had like a little baby fat on him, but now he got trimmed up, got a little swole, and he kicked some butt out there. One thing, Leon was never no punk. He was never no sucker.
Mm-hmm. He was
never.
solid.
Always, yeah. I always thought he was solid. So, yeah. Wanda did not want to be there, and I understand why. It was a trigger for her.
Yeah,
she clean. She all the way clean. She wants to stay clean. So, I wouldn't want to be. That's the last place. It's like you getting off of alcohol and you going to sit in the bar or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So this, you got to stay away from those type of triggers when you're an addict. So
therapy or in rehab, people, places, and things. You got to be mindful of that when you're trying to recover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. I didn't know.
The StreamYard kicked me out of here.
Y'all be doing this thing. That's StreamYard kicked you out because you was talking bad about Leon and Wanda.
The ghost of John was like, nah.
I gave Leon his credit, man. I gave him his credit. He did it. I would have did the same thing.
So Sissy is working at the shelter where Alton was, and now what's her name? Wanda is working there too. It gives her a purpose, give her something to do, because idle mind is a devil workshop, and you'll be right back on the street doing your thing if you don't stay busy. So I'm glad that Wanda got clean.
Mm-hmm.
Now this was the whole setup with the mother, Veronique's mother. She was going to meet up with this white man, so that she meeting up with this white man. That's the guy that was working with Teddy to transfer the $73 million. And while Veronique is with the secretary getting all the documents. So they had a good thing going on. I mean, the mother knows how to maneuver her way. She a good con artist, but she saw how things was going crazy with Frank, and she had to get away from him, like he cussed her out right here in this particular scene. She said, look, it's just going to take time. And he yelled at her and cussed her out in this scene.
Yeah, Veronique started to get shook.
And okay, Moochie, I'm going to throw this at you. Remember when we were recapping this at the beginning, or you were, because I didn't have a channel at the time. And we talked about Veronique. We did not trust that lady.
Yeah, I didn't trust her. I thought she was a con artist, and her mother was going to try to pressure her, though.
But because we didn't know this lady. We was like, where she come from? She just popped up in this season 5. She just pops up. We had no idea who this lady was, so we was like, oh no, this lady probably a snake. She gonna do him dirty. And really, I ain't gonna say she's not my favorite character or anything, but she's not as bad as what we thought she was.
This is
true.
true.
Was trying to help him. She actually was solid.
Moochie, are you admit that you were wrong, and can you apologize?
Yeah, I did
her?
admit I was wrong about that when I was recapping it.
I ain't gonna lie,
they wrote her that way though.
We was some shout out to this actress, because we talked about her looks. We did dog this lady real bad.
Yes,
what's wrong for them?
We talked about, and I don't want to talk about the actors, but we talked about the character. Yeah, the real bad. We did back then.
Because I'm like, they have money. Why they make her look like she didn't?
Yeah,
she looked old. She looked like she's way older than Franklin.
Yeah.
There she don't look old. The season before.
With those wigs.
Oh yeah, those wigs.
Yeah.
Yes, season
The
before she
That's
was,
twisted
what it
dress.
was. I think
and
it
she
was the
had,
wigs that
and
really
the
turned
dresses she
everybody
was
off.
wearing. She was wearing these dresses like Little House on the Prairie type of thing, or Waltons or something. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm
it's like when we got introduced to her in the beginning of the season, like Franklin is up. So it's like, are you really in it for love? You know what I'm saying? So it was the writers. Blame the writers, Detroit.
I was about to say that. I was going to say, I really blame the writers because the way they introduced her, it was just, they never really introduced her. So we never like, it's like, who is this person?
Yeah,
Like,
she
why
was
is
like
she on the
there.
screen? It's the way they did it. The way they wrote her in, it's like she's always been there. And we're like, wait, what?
And
Like I
this
said.
is another funny thing I remember. Moochie, remember the scene because when we recapped it, I had to go back and watch your old recap on that. When the scene when Franklin and her was having sex, that was a weird scene. It just sounded. It
I
was
think
crazy.
we complained. Look, it was so much stuff. I gotta go back and dig
I
it
had to
up,
go back and find it. It was
and
like
I think I will
hilarious.
make those shorts from it
Man,
because
they were
Yeah,
bullying. They were trying to bully her on social media though.
I know, and I know
yeah, it was bad.
we didn't do that part about bullying her, but we did
Nah,
make
we
some
didn't
fun.
do that. We just was saying how we didn't trust her
We did make fun and
They were
laugh.
talking about her, how
and
she
the
looked
wigs.
like
We
a.
did
I'm
talk
like,
about the
dang
wigs.
man, leave that woman
They was saying that
alone.
they looked like a Muppet and all kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they was,
Yeah,
and I
people
said,
was cruel.
yeah, they was being cruel after a while. So,
That was
hey,
OD right
Demarcus, what's
there.
going on? But she was solid. She got her mother involved, trying to help him out, and he was just being disrespectful. Say, look, my mother doesn't have to be here. She come to to help me, help you. So at this point, he was just he had turned into like a monster at this point. Yeah, he was out of control. He was out of control. Ruben is spine on Gustavo and the DEA guy, and he talked to his handler. So at this point now, they still just trying to get to Teddy. They trying to get to Teddy. So um and this whole thing goes, it don't work out good for Ruben. He was doing too much. Like he was doing too much. And he didn't have a team of people helping him. He was by himself. Cause they caught on to him real easily. I mean, Gustavo and Teddy found out who he was, and he should have had like some more people working with him.
Man, his story was pointless because he ain't do nothing.
It
He
really was
didn't.
pointless. Yeah, it
All
really
we
was
did,
pointless. I'm glad you said that. See, this is right
all
here.
we did
Teddy was
see him do was hook up with a man.
Pretty
We didn't have to
much.
see none of
yeah.
that.
Right. It was pointless because he was supposed to be spying on Gustavo, trying to get to Teddy, and Teddy in this particular scene is spying on them. But I can see what you know something. I mean, I think I might see what you're saying, that Gustavo was particularly in this particular season. He was born a little bit. He had more action in the early seasons. He had more to do. He had more action. He kind of didn't have a whole lack. He was in all the episodes, but he was very more quiet in the season 6.
He was more nervous than anything. You never seen him that nervous because the DEA was on that man's head.
Yeah.
He was threatening him to send him to jail and all type of stuff.
And he
Yeah,
had more.
And he was a rat
Cassandra,
too.
that's her name. Thank you, DeMarcus. Yeah, he thought he was going to end up going to prison. So he had to play between Teddy, Franklin, and the KGB dude Ruben. So he was, and the DEA. I mean, he was at this early seasons he didn't have nobody to worry about but himself. This one he has Zia Moore, his girlfriend, and the 2 kids. He was worried about his family. So that was what his biggest thing was. So because Zia Moore, she had she the one who found the bug in the house, and he remember last season he tried to get the money that he had. I don't know why he had all that money stored in that storage unit. Remember last
That was ridiculous. That was
all
like
your money,
season
he had like,
five.
let me say, he had like 35 million or something, or something like that
Yeah, like 35 million and
in a
all in
storage
there in the
unit.
storage unit.
Yeah, why he have a safe somewhere?
That and all that was his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember he was making money before he hooked up with Franklin. He was making money with Lucia.
Yeah, but he was making more money when he was with Teddy though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I'm
Um,
confused at this point about why he
yeah, I
left
don't
all
know,
that
but
money.
he was trying to convince Zia Moore to take the kids and get out of town, and it took her. She ended up doing that, but at this particular scene here, she still was like, "No, I don't want to go without you," and all that. Man, I would have packed my suitcase so fast, pew, I would have been gone. Like, I'm not sticking around here.
How much did she? How much money did she leave with?
I don't really think. Well, the DEA took the 35 million, so he didn't get any of that.
Oh yeah,
He was
yeah,
broke. Franklin was supposed to give him $1 million, but I don't know did he get it or not. I don't.
yeah. He did. I think he gave him $1 million
He did
and
give him
bought that
something.
ticket for him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Can you remind me, did he have money at home or stashed somewhere else though? Like a small amount, Gustavo?
Maybe at home he had a little bit, but remember in that storage unit, season 5, that's how he ended up getting busted.
He had
No,
money in there. They had money in there, and he had. I mean, on the underground too.
no, you know what it was? They were plotting. I think Franklin was plotting to leave the game, and he had to give Gustavo some money. And I think he that's when he hit Leon up the first time, and
And
then
he
Leon
asked
gave him
Leon for some
money
money.
to give to Gustavo, and then
Yeah,
he
say
did it
11
again.
million or something. Well, he seemed like he ain't had no 11 million RC because at the end he might have had that overall, but at the end he didn't have that. Because he was asking Franklin for money and he needed, passports and all that for his family so they could get out of town. So
He sent that money to
That's
his.
when Franklin gave it to him. That part.
Yeah, Franklin gave him the passport, but the money, the $11 million went with his girlfriend, whoever she is.
yeah, that was his girlfriend. Yeah. Um. Well, he came clean to Teddy, and that was a good thing he did that. That was smart of him to come clean and say, "Oh, hey, the DEA has been following me, and the KGB has been doing this." He came clean because if he kept lying, because Teddy already knew everything anyway, so it's best to come clean. Because if you keep lying, then you really be more exposed. So,
Right.
well, Franklin was talking to Kane at the house, and this was when he was gonna give him information on where Louis, how to get to Louis, and then his Kane's house get all shot up. You know, because he's
Hmm.
home from the hospital now, but he's still moving kind of slow, and his house gets shot up by Louis and Jerome's guys.
Yeah, because
So,
Franklin went up in there doing the cook session and said, "You cook, nigga."
oh yeah, that's yeah, because he told him, yeah, that was right before this. He told him, uh, you don't be talking to my guys like that. Next, they was sort of getting ready to start arguing a little bit. Next thing you know, the house got, blasted. But
Hmm.
I don't mean no harm. That guy who was in the cookhouse, he was running his mouth. He
He
the way
was.
his face fried.
And
He
he
just
wasn't trying to make no money like that. They was in there laughing and drinking.
right, yeah, right. Mm. Well, y'all, what y'all think about when Teddy's father got taken up out of here? Do you think this was a good
Sad.
plan to go meet the? She dressed up like she an old lady going to a nursing home, assisted living place. That was the game they played. Gone to Kansas City, find that father. The father was a racist anyway. I remember he said something racist back in the early season when he said, I think he used the N word or something. Father, I think, was a racist. Well, Teddy was a racist anyway, too. So, um, that they set him up good. They set the father up real good. It's sad, but they did set him up. I mean, when Franklin jabbed that knife in his throat, that was crazy.
Fathers
Then
die every day, B.
then then he called Teddy on the phone, and then and say, yeah, oh yeah, well here's your I'm here at your father's house, and here's your father. Put the phone down while the man is neck neck is bleeding out. He dying on the floor. He was gonna die anyway because the man had cancer. But what?
Best
See,
thing
this is
Franklin ever said, he was like, "You want to talk to your pops, don't you?"
yeah, exactly. I know. That's what I'm saying. Franklin was diabolical. He was
He
saying,
helped it along.
I mean,
I
yeah,
Teddy
mean,
deserved that because Teddy took his father out. So
yeah.
yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't feel
Yeah,
sorry.
I
Father
didn't feel
for a
sorry for
father.
the. I didn't. No. I did not feel sorry. I agree with y'all. Don't nobody feel sorry. I mean, I thought it was messed up, but it still was funny. And then Franklin burns the house down to make
I
sure he don't
thought,
leave no evidence too.
Yeah, that
I
was
thought,
crazy.
I thought
Mhm.
Teddy thought he wasn't about that. He found out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's what he thought. That's my point. You think that you're gonna steal 73 million and somebody just gonna walk away? They're not gonna try to get some. He didn't think that Franklin was smart. He knew Franklin was smart.
no, he underestimated Franklin because Franklin was black.
He thought he was
He
always
did it all the
smarter.
time.
Yeah, he
Was smart.
definitely was
I
real.
agree with Inga on that, but he doesn't know Franklin was gangster. Was like would take
Like
it there. He didn't know
no,
that.
Yeah,
well, at
Teddy
this
thought he
point,
was
Franklin lost
untouchable.
his mind. Just like you know how somebody get high on the dope, he was getting high on that money, and and in power, and he got and greed. He just went crazy. Franklin just went crazy. But his father deserved to go because if you took out my father, hey, your father is fair game too. And he said next when he was on the phone with him, he said next I'm gonna go to your ex-wife and your baby.
Dang, he definitely said that.
Yeah, he told him that right in this scene. He called him up front. And regardless, even though Teddy don't have a good relationship with his father, he don't messed up the relationship with Julia, and he don't see his child. He have no relationship with his child, but still, that still bothered him that Franklin was able to get that close to
He was
him. So
vulnerable. He didn't realize it. He didn't
yeah,
even know it.
he didn't even know. Yeah, yeah. Well, Cassandra, the mama told Veronique, "Look, this guy is a monster. You're not going with him. You can go. We gonna go off somewhere, and you can have your baby, and then when things settle down, he can come see you." But Veronique, I don't know. She stated she realized later on at the end of the show, the end of the season, that she had to get away from Franklin.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wonder why she didn't listen to her mother. Why would she still ride or die for Franklin like that?
I mean, same way Cardi B. No, let me stop.
Oh no.
Ah,
It's about that paper.
About how she was
No.
humiliated.
But she
Those
was
She
two
like
things.
pregnant
though.
too. You know, it's a lot of factors, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, you talking about you? I mean, when you talk about $74 million, you still got she still got a little hope.
Yeah.
No,
that's
no,
true.
but they could have took it from him. But she was just like, no, like she loved Franklin, and that's okay. Like, but she didn't realize that he really like would hurt her until you know
Until the
She
end,
was
he
yeah.
was feeling froggy.
if he
Right,
would have
right.
never kept his if he kept his hands to himself, she still would have been there.
She would have.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I'm right about that. Well, Teddy tells Julia, "Look, you need to leave the house. You need to go and hide or whatever because Franklin, might come after you. You're in danger. You're in danger, girl." But she
Teddy did that to himself, though. All he had to do is give Franklin at least about $10 million to save his father's life. All he had to do is say, "I ain't got the $74 million, but right now I can get you 10 million of that right now," and show Franklin that he's not playing. I guarantee you, his father would still be alive.
with the
Yeah.
CIA dude told him give Franklin back the money.
He did tell him that. He
Yeah,
told him.
and even when we'll get to that scene later on when Julia shows back up, remember, and she told him give him back the money or you're going to be exposed. And I'm going to expose you.
Exactly. Thank you, Inga. That's what I
Every
was.
so he because listen, the government wasn't going to let Franklin have that money anyway, but they just didn't want no they don't need the headache right now with Franklin going crazy. So
they didn't want to get exposed what they was doing,
exactly, they didn't want to
and
be
Teddy was
exposed what
making
they
it
was
hot
doing.
for him.
Yep.
Right,
Because now you got the DEA on their head now on
right.
Teddy's head.
KGB, DEA, and all these other people. Yeah, right. So
All he
let's
had to do is give the money. He could have took it back, but all he had to do was get the money. He
Teddy
didn't want
was
to do that because he was
yeah, because
because
later on they could probably kill Franklin, kill the whole family off, and still get the money back. You know, they could have still stole the money back later. But for now, just to keep everybody quiet, give him his money back. That's what they were trying to
why
tell him.
can't this black boy have his damn money? That's what like kill. It's frankly, Teddy was just so upset that this black boy had money and he was like building real estate. He's like, why do you want to do real
Yes,
estate?
he did not.
Like,
oh, he hated that.
poison.
Yeah.
Remember that,
poison the
Amina?
community.
He hated that. That when he said get rid of that real estate company. He hated. He was building an empire
That's what I'm saying. For him, it was more of him just being mad because
and
he
helping
wasn't-
out the community. He was buying up a lot of property in South Central, helping out the
Exactly.
community.
It wasn't supposed to do all of that. It was just supposed to
Exactly.
display our community. And he
It
was like,
wasn't
"Oh
Teddy's
no, you're
plan.
going in the wrong direction."
Exactly.
He thought he
Teddy
was going to be able to
pissed.
use Franklin, and that be that, you know.
Well, the real Freeway Rick Ross, he did have a lot of property and real estate stuff too, and he lost all that when he went to prison. But he said he had a lot of businesses and real estate and businesses that he owned during this time. You know, so hey, Mrs. T. Yeah.
I would have started like negotiating some crackhead price. All right, what about $100K? Like help.
Right.
yeah.
Just give me enough to get back on.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, because remember when he got like 200,000, he's like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, he was acting like Tasha when she saw that club money. Like this ain't nothing.
This ain't nothing, right? Yeah. Well, Teddy said at this point he don't even know if he want to get back into the CIA. He just didn't want Franklin get that money, like Amina's saying. He didn't want Franklin get that money under no circumstances. And then he's telling this girl Parissa, whatever her name is, that he wants to, you know, what's her name?
No, it's Parissa.
Parissa,
Not
yeah.
Vanessa.
Yeah, oh, Pernessa, that's from Razor Cane and Pernessa.
Yeah, hers Parissa.
Yeah, okay. She he told her that they about getting married or something. I was like, get married? Like,
he was bugging.
What is
he
Daddy
made me
doing?
sick this season.
But see, she's the only one that had his back, so he probably just wanted to keep her happy because she's the only one that he didn't have anybody on his side. He didn't have anybody had his back.
Was
He
he on the
should've
Coco this season?
He did what?
Who Teddy?
Was he on that?
I think he was on the Coco.
On the Coco. Oh yeah, he was on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think season 5 and 6 he was starting to do the Coco. Yep. And then he went to Ruben's house, and that's when we found out Ruben is gay around this time, around these scenes. And he could have did a better job. Look, I don't care that the man gay, that's his personal business, but he could have did a better job. If you're the KGB, you're supposed to do a better job at hiding your life. Like, he was sloppy with that. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest with you, in a culture, and at the time we in the 80s, like 88, 89.
Oh yeah, this was a no-no.
That was a no-no, and still to this day in Russia they don't approve that lifestyle. So he could have got unalive by his own people if they
by
knew
his
what he
own
was
people.
doing.
That is very true. Yeah. He definitely could have got taken out. Yeah. So the DEA is getting tired of Gustavo. He was like, "Look, I'm tired of playing games. We need you to step things up pretty much. So, because we need to get Teddy." And but Frank, and so he also go to Franklin, or Franklin went to him. He was saying, "Look, I will help you with the things you need." That's when he was asking for like the passport and some money to get away. He said, "I'll help you with all of that, but you got to do something for me. I need Teddy." So
I think, me personally, I think the DEA was super thirsty. They was stupid. You, they got.
Yeah.
Don't y'all
Yeah.
think they
Well,
got
you know,
outsmarted?
this was personal. But that guy, the
Yeah,
DEA Tony, it was personal because of the Lorena, the DEA lady who Teddy and Gustavo took out.
yeah.
That's why he was going so hard at them.
The only reason I say that, y'all, because I don't care if you the FBI, DEA. When you got the CIA, it's dangerous. They would take you out in a minute if you know too much, and they would have took him out just like that DEA got taken out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Gustavo was playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah, he
But
was.
yeah, but I guess the best thing to do is kind of keep your mouth closed and do what you told so that he can
Yeah.
survive,
Hmm.
you know. Now, so remember when he was at Kane's house and he told Kane where to find Louis because Jerome got drunk. He got drunk and him and Louis got into an argument. And remember, he said, "I'm going to Jamaica. I'm packing my stuff and I'm leaving. I'm going to Jamaica." Jerome wasn't going no damn Jamaica. He just was pissed, you know. He was mad. So she goes to go ride on her horse, and she thinking that everything was gonna be cool. Well, Kane's people came and found her based on Franklin's intel, and they didn't kill her, but they kidnapped her. And Kane, he tortured her. He
Dang.
tortured her. Remember, she was about to get raped.
Yeah.
She was about to
Mm-hmm.
get raped, and that dude. Oh, I don't know where they found that dude at. He was
He was
nasty looking.
burning her and everything.
Yeah, I mean, but he was. Yeah, he tortured her. I mean, he was putting a hot iron in her face. He was beating her up. He kicked her in her stomach. She was vomiting. I mean, she had hot, look like cigarette burns on her and all kind of stuff. Yeah, look, I don't wish this on no woman, but I couldn't stand Louis by this time. So I wasn't upset that I ain't gonna say she deserved this, but she deserved something.
She deserve a hot one.
I
Yeah,
remember I remember watching this and I was like, she needed her ass beat, but then I was like, but this is too much.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I'm trying to
was.
I ain't trying to sound insensitive. That I've 1,000% agree with you. She needed her tail kick. And Jerome, I agree with Miss T. Jerome should have packed that bag and left for Jamaica or wherever the hell he wanted to go. I agree with that, but I think the torture was way too. And they was about to have that pimp dude coming in and take advantage of her.
Mm-hmm.
My man
Hey,
was that
Tamika.
man. That Jerome, that box was good with Louis. Man, he was simping.
Okay, is it simping or is he was a man in love? What I mean,
He was simping because he knew. So I'm gonna say this as a y'all married. I mean, when you ain't y'all. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody, except for me, I was never married. But let's say we all agree that it's 50-50 when it comes to relationships. You gotta when your wife tell you to do something, you gotta do it. When your husband tell you to do something, you have to do it. But at some point, somebody gotta say no. And he gotta be a man and be like, this
yeah,
ain't it,
he did.
yo.
I did not. I love Uncle Jerome all the way to the end. But however, he did upset me that he never would tell Louis no, even though he didn't want to do certain things. And now I
Right.
ain't talking about this season. I'm talking about throughout the whole series. Even when he really didn't want to do something, he just go and keep caving into her. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you do things that your husband might ask you to do, or as a wife, or the husband do things the wife want to do. But yeah, at some point, somebody got to have common sense and say, "Look,
That's all I'm saying. Somebody gotta say no. And he could have been like, no, we not doing this. Like, we ain't, I'm not going against my sister. I'm not going against my nephew. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm out of here. He has to be the man. He could have did that in season 4, but he didn't. And all of season 5, he up there arguing with let Louis call his sister B, and they arguing. It was just too
Right,
much,
I
man.
know. Yeah, you first of all, you ain't call my as a man, Detroit. You're not gonna let your wife or your girlfriend, whoever, call your sister a B.
No, never. And I'm
Yeah,
not
come
gonna
on.
let my sister call my wife no B neither. It go
Yeah,
both
exactly.
ways.
Go both ways. Yeah, right. Yeah, just come on. Yeah, y'all don't
It,
have to like each other or be friends, but you can at least show some respect. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
and it was
Yeah.
getting out of hand with her, to the point that she thought she was running him, telling him what to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know. I
And
know.
I know I'm late, but he putting his hands. Like, I don't care nobody, man. Uncle Jerome is a sucker, man. He's sitting there and putting his hands on baby girl. What's her name? Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. And he beat the
He
dog mess out
he
of her.
beat
Killed her.
he beat the dog
Yeah.
mess out of her. That was uncalled for. Should no man. I ain't gonna lie though. I love TV, and I saw some nasty. It'd be some horrible things on TV, but that was hard to watch, bruh.
It was because he beat her to like he beat her to till she lost her life. You know. So
Exactly. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm talking about TV. I'm not here. I'm all in for if I'm on TV. I'm just saying on TV, not in real life. For a man to slap a woman because it's TV, you know what I mean? But to what
Mhm.
he did, man, he beat
Yeah.
her like she was a nigga off the street, like she was a
Right.
nobody.
Like she
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
but
nobody.
how
Yeah.
many times in real life do we see like people do some crazy reckless stuff? So I'm glad that they
I never
showed
seen that
this.
in my life, and I'm from Detroit, from the hood. I never seen a man. I seen a man slap a woman. You know what I mean? Push her. I done seen a woman almost hit a man with a car, but I never seen a man just kept punching her to the fact that she lost her life. I never seen that. I can't co-sign that. I never seen that.
I'm saying, you don't think that's ever happened? That happens?
I mean, it probably did, but not in my world. But that's still sucker
It
stuff.
is sucker stuff. It's not. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying like don't sit there and have a make believe world on TV all the time either.
But I'm just saying that was terrible. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
even
agree. I agree.
It
I
was because
definitely agree with that.
I couldn't watch the scene with Louis when she was like tied up and they was about to. I was like, oh
and,
Lord,
I
like
know
I
and
kind of
that
fast
was
forward a little
crazy. I
bit.
didn't know how far they was gonna go with it at the time. I thought they actually was gonna have
I
her
thought so
being
too.
assaulted like that.
I actually think that was like sometime like a reach because oh, plenty of dope boys, you know what I mean? They lost money and stuff like that. Now they'll sit there and hem the woman up, but they would never sit there and punch. Just you know what I mean? I don't even want to say it on here, but just like punch her so bad that this woman's unconscious, she end up losing her life.
And she got a child, you know.
Exactly. Most
Mm.
real street dudes, when they know a woman, you know what I mean, did some sucker stuff or set up and they found out they did some they got kids, they'll give them a pass. Like, you know what, you ain't this is your only pass though, but you ain't just chill. You know what I mean? That's what he didn't do though. He could have been like, you were a part of this, for you know what you did in the club. You shot them innocent. Well, they weren't innocent, but you shot them people. But you know what I mean? Just because you got a kid, I'm gonna give you a pass. But he didn't do that though. He beat her to death.
Well, shout out
That
to
was
Tamika.
corny.
I see you, Tamika.
Shout out to Tamika. She said it was F. Louis and Jerome at this point. I don't give a damn about them.
I know that's right, Tamika. I would hate when that happened though. I was
Uh,
on side, but when he did that, man, that nigga's a sucker for that, bro. Ain't no,
yeah,
you
I
don't
didn't
get no
like that.
brownie
And
points.
it wasn't called for to do that. It wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't do that. Like you can get your, even if you slapped across the mouth or something to get your point across, but not to the point where you, like, he took a whole lot of anger out on that lady.
He
You
did.
know?
He was beating her like she was a dude, and he wouldn't stop. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part.
Right. They had to
I
That
think
pull
ain't
he
him
no
up
messed
real
off of
nigga
him.
himself
shit,
up when
man.
he did that too, though.
What you say?
I think he messed himself up in the head when he did that too. I don't
Mhm.
think
Yeah, he
he
was
wanted
a
to
man.
take it
Jerome is a
that
sucker,
far.
Yeah, he
man.
was dark in this season. In this season 6. He was kind of dark,
Hmm.
you know? Yeah.
And
So
I was happy he got smoked.
well,
Wow.
this is where we getting it right here. So
Yeah,
he was at, he was at Scully because he was the reason why they got into an argument, right? Remember? So she went to go ride her horse to cool down. He was gonna go and make a drop at Scully's. Just so happened he get paged by Franklin and said what Franklin told him everything was going on. And that's how Scully got involved. So, and while he's there, but he paged Buckley. But look what Buckley doing on the pipe, sitting there. He
On
didn't answer
drugs.
page. Yeah, sitting there sucking on the pipe. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't answer so that's gonna come back to bite Buckley later on. We'll see that in a little bit, but that's gonna come back and bite him in the butt. But him
Shout
and
out to
Kane was about to I guess take each other out. Well, they did end up taking each other out,
shout out to
trying to save
Kane.
trying to save Louis and rest in peace, Uncle Jerome. So,
Shout out to Kane for that. You did me. I loved it. Every minute
but
of it.
Kane
Of
got
you
taken out
smoking
too.
her.
They took each other out at the same
I
time. They
mean,
both
they
yeah.
did, but I wanted Jerome to get smoked.
I was crying when Uncle Jerome got. I mean, when
Dude, I
we
ain't crying for that.
not
He
not
I
really,
on this
was
not on this rewatch now, but I'm talking about when
the
the show
first
first
time.
cried. I did cry. I was very upset
dude,
about
I
that.
was happy. You know why I was
Yeah.
happy? Because I'm like this, man. You don't get no brownie for a real nigga like that. I'm saying, like, you don't get no brownie points for putting your hands on a woman like that. That is
PG,
sucker
PG,
stuff.
were you upset, PG, about Uncle Jerome?
I was deeply saddened.
Mm-hmm.
I had a whole list and
Yikes.
everything. I'm sorry. I was
I think Moochie, me, you, and Tamika, we did a funeral for Jerome.
We
I
did.
think we had to go back and watch that episode again, like replay, because I think we did like a little repast. Yeah, we did had like a little funeral service for him. It was sad. I think that was yeah. I was upset that Uncle
Well,
Jerome. I
he
didn't. I figured he was. It was the end of the season. That series was ending. I meant. So I figured somebody major got to go.
and he was the one.
And he was the one, and that's what pisses me off. With not the side talk about power universe, but that's what irritates me with the power universe. Major characters don't be dying on them shows, and it's irritating me. I don't need all these little side people that we don't know die. I need some big dogs to die. The men, women. I want, especially on Force. I wanted to see half the people gone. I wanted to have everybody gone. If it's the final show, then kill them all. Throw them all in the fire.
Who died on this?
Including Rock. No, let me stop.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's how.
who really died
Yeah, I
on
wanted
this
a
show though?
bloodbath, but I knew, but Detroit had already forewarned me. I was very much aware it was not going to happen. Even Brillo forewarned me, said, "Inga, you're not going to get all them deaths that you want. These people are not dying." I was like, so. But at least this show, they knew it was the series ending, so
Mm.
they killed a bunch of people on here.
I still would have
You said
preferred it was Louis.
you hold on, top.
Oh
I
yeah, I
got
wanted Louis.
oh
Yeah, I
my.
didn't want Louis to survive at the end. I was pissed
Oh
by that.
whoa
I wanted her
whoa.
gone.
Whoa, hey, PG, we might have to cook. Now I got to cook on this.
No, I ain't cook.
We gonna give Snowfall their flowers, and this season 6 was a great finale. Nobody can't hate that. If anybody said it was trash, they hating for at one point. Y'all just haters. We ain't going. They ain't really killed nobody off major, but Jerome.
Okay, but
Jerome.
at least maybe okay. But if bad things happen to everybody, at least have that. It, the power universe, no, nothing bad be happening to nobody. Everybody
I
just
mean,
evolving,
what you
except for
talking about?
Rose.
Force?
But
You
that
talking about
was,
Force?
I mean, even the OG one. I
I
mean,
mean,
Tasha
I
still
mean,
live. Tommy's still walking around. I mean,
I
oh,
mean,
Dre got taken out,
Raina,
and Kanan at the
Ju,
OG.
Ju, Jubas got smoked. Raina got smoked, which is Ghost Kid. Ghost
Mhm.
got smoked. I mean, they got smoked.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just what it is.
yeah.
In this show,
Well, Force for sure. This okay. We were just okay.
okay.
Force and Power Book Two.
And
Is a
Tyree,
whole lot.
anything after they started savoring these characters.
Yeah,
What?
thank you. Thank you. They started saving people. Yeah,
Okay, but no, but they kind of say people in
because
this character though because Leon didn't get smoked. Scully didn't get smoked. Well, we're gonna get one that she don't deserve. Even much I think she's a born character, but she didn't deserve to get smoked. But Leon, Scully, Franklin, Louis, none of them got smoked. And I know y'all like Leon, but Leon killed the kid, man. That don't happen. Once you smoke a kid, you getting smoked the next day. And he's still alive. And Louis is hiding behind a bar in Louisiana right now.
Louis was based off of a true story. Because that happened to one of those girls, that Queen Pin. And then I think she ended up turning herself in because a kid, she couldn't see a kid because she was on the run. One of those girls. They took
This is the TV. This is a TV
Turned
show.
herself in.
Me and Moochie talked about
to the
her.
graduation. That's what happened. She did not turn herself in. She was I can't think of her name.
We talked
right
about
now.
her, Moochie. I can't remember.
I did like a little side piece on it when we did the recap, because she had her husband was taking out something like how Jerome was. But it was earlier in her career, and she took over his business.
I can't remember her name because we talked about her.
She ran his business very well.
It wasn't Jamaica. That wasn't her name.
Yeah, it was Jamaica.
It was Jamaica. That's it.
It is her name, Jamaica.
That's it. I was sitting there trying to remember the lady's name.
I was trying to remember her name, and she was on the run for a long time. But I want to say maybe 5 to 7 years. And she came back for that boy's graduation.
Yeah, that gotta be heartbreaking.
And her son ended up becoming a professional skateboarder too. He's like on the like this circuit and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember who he is. Yeah. Well, Jerome is gone, and now did we like anything about Scully? We didn't see him a lot in season 6, but did we like his character arc? When we first met him, he was crazy as cat shit. He was nutty.
Like catnip.
Yeah. And then but he got more like spiritual and everything later on. So do we like how he transitioned? Or
I do.
He was still a gangster, but he was like, he had more heart. He was praying, believing in God.
See, I really don't put no LSD in my wedding. Like that, I would have been pissed.
I don't know. They had a good time at that wedding, though. We probably they was rolling up and down the hill. They was screwing each other at the reception. They had a good time. No, I wouldn't want no LSD, but they looked like they was having a good time though at that wedding. They was talking crazy. Everybody was crazy.
And they wasn't just all talking either.
and now, yeah, they was having sex in the. I was like, what kind of stuff was going on?
It was a lot.
That was a wild. Look, when Oso was rolling on the ground and dancing, I hollered. Yeah, that was. He said, "Oh, wait a minute. Scully disappointed me. Thought he was going to smoke Leon, but it never happened." Now he turned his life around, RC. I think that's why he wasn't. Remember after his girl died, and then his daughter died. So I think that's what did it for him.
I don't want to say it on here. Scully was a B, man. At the end of the day.
Oh no,
he was a what?
He was a
B-I-T-C-H.
Yeah, he was. He let that nigga Leon. You let that nigga smoke your kid. You ain't do nothing about it, man. Get up out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm sure he took people out for less. So I mean, that was crazy though. You gonna stop now?
I know. What about Amina? You right, taking people out for less. What about the man he had captive when we first met him? And he was like, don't y'all hear something? The music is blasting loud, and Man Boy was in the there, and then he goes in there and beat the dog mess out that guy, and then come out there dancing.
Detroit, don't get mad because he got that hate out his court.
Man,
man, with the accent on too.
Oh man, if that's your baby, you ain't let. You know what? Forget it. You know what? I'm just let somebody just smoke my kid and don't do nothing about it. That ain't happening in my family.
Yeah, I don't believe that's realistic. That somebody just going. And he worked with Leon after that. Him and Leon, they always working together.
Exactly. He smoked your kid
don't make
and
no
your
sense.
wife and your girlfriend. Man, get up out of here, man, with that bozo. That's
that was
terrible, right?
But
yes, it was, man.
Yeah, that kind of was a stretch. Yeah, I don't know why
I
they
got
did.
people, homies from LA, even say that was weak because that's not what they do in
And
Los Angeles.
he was a blood. Even though they didn't use that word, but he in here. But so why would that don't make no sense? Because ain't none of them guys doing that.
They didn't
Somebody,
At
want to use
all.
the gangs to glorify it. I got the picture of Jamaica also, if y'all want to see who she is.
oh, you was doing some research behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you send it to me?
Nah, just let me share my screen. I got it up.
Oh, wait a minute. Here,
You see it?
wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take my thing down. Hold on, sir. Well done. Add to this thing.
Let me see.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring it
she's
close.
pretty.
Let me look at it closer here. Oh yeah. That's her face. Yes, I remember her now.
She do favor her, even though Jerome is a thicker dude.
I was gonna say
I
that
think they
favorite
did a
Jerome.
good job with it, cause that's her man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's her. They did a thing on. Didn't they do a Trap Queens or something on her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did her whole
Mm-hmm.
story. They did her whole story more than once. I watched the documentary before I even watched Snowfall, like years before that.
Mm.
And she was based out of she came from LA,
Mm-hmm.
California rather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was very practical for Louis to be hiding out in the in the barn and stuff like that. Because
See, look at her face here. This is when we said she was tortured. Look like all the burn marks and her face
Hmm.
was all scratched up and
He
so
caused all of this, Teddy, though. He
yeah, so
caused all of that taking the
he
money.
didn't
It
know
was
that
a
Jerome
domino effect.
right, he didn't know Jerome had got taken out. And but he did cause all this. And now Julia shows up and she's pregnant by her new man, her husband or whatever. And uh and this is when she told him, "Hey, um you need to go ahead and give him back all that money. Give Franklin back the money or you're going to be exposed." I'm surprised he ain't take her out.
he
Cause,
loved her.
yeah, he's because he don't love Parissa.
No, he loves his ex, but she can't stand him sometimes because
Mm,
because Teddy crazy,
Mm.
mm.
racist, crazy behind.
Remember, what was it, season one or season two when they was be getting it in on the kitchen table, the two of them,
Mhm.
they
I
was
hope we
wild.
see her in the spinoff, Louis, though.
Why her?
I would like to see her get caught.
Oh,
Yeah.
Louis,
Oh, I want to see
not.
Louis.
Oh,
I
not
agree with
okay. I thought you
Louis.
meant Julia first. You meant
Mm-mm.
Louis. Yeah.
Oh, I want to
I
see
agree with
Louis.
I,
I definitely
I
want to
would
see
like
him.
to see, I think it would be a good story if they have her come back and she come visit them. I would write it that way. And she
Mm-hmm.
happened to be visiting for the graduation, and that's how she get caught. That's how I would
Mm,
write it.
mm.
But
she
yeah,
going
I
to
mean,
jail though. She
Louis
come
was
back.
She did. She ended up doing 15 years.
She did.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the
I don't think
KGB
they're gonna
guys,
bring her
Ruben
back though, but
showed up
I
at the
like it.
house.
I like it though, Moochie, if they did, but they ain't gonna
I
bring her
think they're gonna
back.
bring her back because they could bring anybody back that was still alive. I
Yeah.
think they're
Watch
gonna bring her
them
back.
ratings. If they get desperate enough, yes, they will.
She was okay. So if for everybody that did not like her, which I didn't like her, she was entertaining.
She was
That
There
was
you
entertaining. I
go.
just didn't like how she
She
changed. I
don't
didn't.
move to go, and she from my Detroit sister. Love you, but
Yeah, she from
she don't.
Detroit. Yeah.
She don't move the goalposts for ratings. The one that would boost the ratings would be Franklin himself if he come back.
they probably gonna have him do a cameo. I mean, because like he's Franklin. Like
I
I
think his
mean,
name would be mentioned. I don't know if they'll
Yeah,
show him, but his name would definitely be mentioned. His name might be mentioned. Yeah. But I don't know if they'll show him because he's moving on to try to do other stuff. Isn't he gonna do Black Panther or something?
That's what they said. He
Or
just
they
did
said
that
that
you
Formula
know,
One
that's
with
what the
Brad
gossip
Pitt.
is.
they said the light skinned dude who did who was dating Tiana Taylor. They said he ain't running for playing Black Panther now. They don't know who gonna play it, man.
He's supposed to be the Green Lantern. That come on
No,
in
he
a
too
couple
light
of months.
skinned. He too light
I
skinned.
mean, but that's
Black
what they
Panther
were
gotta be a
saying in the
chocolate man, you know.
that's what they were saying that he had a meeting with Disney so to play that Black Panther so anything can happen.
Yeah, but anything can happen.
Anything.
But
Yeah.
we had the repast, and where it was at the funeral, and then the repast, and then of course Buckley, he lied and said that Jerome didn't page him, but Louis knew he was lying. Louis knew he was lying, and I don't know why she ain't really execute this dude and take him on out of here. When she had the opportunity to do it. I don't know why she didn't, but because he
He
didn't
didn't want to
deserve to
bring no
live.
heat on her though. If
Yeah,
she take him out, he still, even though he was
yeah,
like teetering on getting fired, his
he
karma
still was
was
a
coming
cop.
for him anyway.
Yeah, his karma was coming for him. Yeah, he
And
probably
she
won.
could.
He probably
She could.
died from a drug overdose anyway.
She could have. I agree with Angle on one thing. She could have took him out because the force was already tired of him anyway.
Yeah.
He's a cokehead, and they could. He did a lot of crimes he had no business doing. That's why they suspended him because he was doing stuff he had no business doing. So if somebody would have took him out, they'd be like, "We wash our hands. Everything is good." Crooked cop,
Hmm.
nothing happens.
Well, I'm surprised Teddy didn't show up at the funeral, or at least be out there spying, taking pictures or something. We didn't see Teddy, but Oso showed up, and that's when he wanted to. I think he was trying to see about getting the documents, passports, and new IDs and everything for his kids and the girlfriend.
You know
So,
why I say Teddy didn't show up and not taking pictures? I could be wrong, but I think Teddy lost his power. I don't think he had the same mojo he had in season 2 and 4 because he was on Rogue in season 5, and then the CIA was getting tired of him. They was gonna sit there.
oh
The
no,
CIA
no,
was gonna end up taking if
yeah, he
Franklin
wasn't
Mama
part of
didn't
the
do it.
CIA at this point. He was like a contractor.
Yeah,
He
they was gonna
he
end up taking
he
him
wasn't
out
even.
though after they
Oh,
got
they
that
was gonna
money. They
take,
was gonna
yeah.
take him out.
If this show hadn't ended, if we had another season after this, we would have seen that the CIA would have been the one taking him out, not Sissy.
Yeah.
They wasn't gonna keep Teddy around. And matter of
Uh.
fact, they probably would have got rid of Franklin too. You know,
You know what's so funny? Sissy got a bad rap. Like people still hate her. They be like Happy
not
Mother's Day,
me,
and they show
not
her.
me, not me. And I know a lot of people. I have read comments and other, Instagram, YouTube, other people's platforms, and people to this day saying she was wrong. She should have let him have the. Look, I'm gonna get there, but I don't think she was wrong at all. So, um, but this is just some more back and forth here with James. The guy, like he kept telling him, give Franklin back his money. In almost every scene you see this guy, he keeps telling, give Franklin back the money. He didn't ask. Remember that they didn't never ask for that money.
No, they
He
didn't.
said he did this on his own out of revenge, and just because, like Amina says, he didn't want this young black kid, young man, to have any power or any financial success or nothing. He wanted to keep Franklin under his thumb like a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, he did all this to himself. Even getting
Yeah.
kicked out of the CIA, he did this to himself. All of this was his own fault.
He
So,
should have just listened to his boss and listened to his girl, man.
hmm well, all this here going on with Tony and Louis and all that, this is just still more of the setup that of trying to see how everybody, Oso was working with DEA to try to take out Teddy, and then Teddy and Louis working together to try to take out Franklin. So everybody trying to take out everybody. So,
Mhm.
but this is when we last time for a while that we saw Ziamara, the girlfriend, and the kids. They think the kids think, they don't know what's going on. They think they're gonna go on a trip, like vacation or something. And but also knew he had a plan, get them out of town, so that they don't get hurt. Nothing happens to them. Get them out of town. So that's one thing. I guess he figured like, I don't care what happens to me. I don't want nothing to happen to the children and to the girl, to the lady. So,
Right.
and that's smart. I think that's what a man supposed to do.
Yeah.
Why would you want her to go to prison and the kids going to foster care?
Right. She ain't had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because this remember the kids, their mother and father got taken out. That was remember foster his foster brother. Those was his
Mm-hmm.
kids. And that was their mother's sister. He started having a relationship with their mother's sister. So it was Tony was just all this was personal with the DEA guy Tony. It was just personal.
Yeah.
So so this whole thing was just trying to Louis was call herself working with Teddy to take Franklin, but they was also trying to set Teddy up. So it's like everybody trying to set each other up. It was all a plan to set each other up. But I did not like when Teddy finally did get Franklin, because when he had him like this, Amina, it was almost like a noose around his neck.
I'm looking at it right now. You gave me that.
Yeah, I did not like this. I ain't like it. I just
Yeah,
watched this episode. I was just watching this episode today.
You think
So this is still fresh in my head. He was getting ready to shoot him up with some, like he had needles and stuff sitting down. He was getting ready to do some damage to him. Yeah, and remember this is not the
like
first time too.
slavery.
Remember, what was that time when he had Leon, and what season was that when we talked about he had Leon?
Was season. I think that was season 2.
And he when he slammed the car into him and grabbed him and Leon and had them tied up and was that was like, so Teddy been doing this kind of crazy stuff to Franklin, and how that to put anything around a black person's neck, that's how that is. That's had his feet dangling from the ceiling and all.
Traumatizing.
They're very traumatizing. Yeah. Well, KGB show up with Oso because he saved Oso's life.
Yeah,
I didn't get those pictures, but he said because Oso was in the car with the DEA, and then he came and slammed into them and took them out.
Yeah.
Well, not Tony. He didn't take out. Tony got hurt,
but his crew he took out.
His crew got taken out, right? Yeah, and but now they turn the tables. But all this was still a plan that Franklin set up, though.
He was live streaming himself going up to.
Hello, somebody.
That was my phone. Sorry.
Okay. I thought that was PG talk. Yeah. So, but now they tortured Teddy. I mean, remember the hot boiling? What was the hot cooking oil? The hot grease that Bernice said put some hot boiling grease on him or something. Like you on fried chicken or something. Like she put the hot man. Yeah. And I know all of us have been in the eat, whether you're a good cook or not. Everybody done got burnt by some grease on the stove. That's not hurt.
That ain't just one. That junk ain't no joke, man.
Yeah, I don't care if you fry bacon or whatever. They get popped by some grease, hurts. And imagine all poured all over your chest. So did we cook for Jerome's? We sure did. Like I remember we had a little virtual funeral for Jerome. Yeah, we did. But he was at this point now. He was obsessed with the $73 million. And I do understand this $73 million. Trust me, I understand. But at some point, did he really think he was going to get that money?
He thought he was going to get it, man.
He thought he had a chance at it. I believe that.
Yeah, he did. I agree with that. And then he cut a deal with Teddy to say, I'll give you half of it. And like, I don't know. Franklin just pissed me off. He was just a monster. He was just a monster.
Crowder said he'll sell his soul for $100 million. So That ain't a far cry from what Franklin got going on.
Yeah, people do sell their soul to the devil. Shout out to sinners. You know what I'm saying? They do sell their soul to the devil, and you see
He
what.
already did though, because when he started working with the CIA with Teddy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he been gone though.
Yeah, right.
But that money, man, I hate to say it, that
It's the
money
root of all evil.
when you getting that money, man, you gotta kind of like it's just what it is at this point. It makes you do some things you don't want to do.
Look, we all want money. All of us on this chat and on this panel, we all would love to probably be like really wealthy, have a lot of money and all that. But sometimes money, and we see this with the celebrities that we be doing trending topics talking about. These celebrities started doing weird things, started doing out of pocket stuff that they probably wouldn't do if they were just regular schmegler people working a job at Walmart. As soon as you get all this money, being famous for whatever it is you do, then you just start doing all kind of things, and then your name ends up on these lists and all this all kind of stuff. You know
what it is? I think like that guy when he was like, I think he was telling the boxer, "Why don't you take the money? I'll do anything for $1 million or something." I forgot what it was. He was, I don't. Did y'all see it? And he was like, "That's your problem right there." That's for people that will do anything for money. But you can be wealthy and not be an ass or be crazy. But it just depends on how you do it. If you have boundaries or not. Like if you like sitting there selling your soul, like doing stuff you would never do for it, then that's the problem. And you're not going to never be happy with yourself. And then you'll start tattooing your face all up.
You're right. No, you're right about that. You're right. Franklin was definitely out of control. Where he did tell her on the phone. Franklin talked to Louis, and this was after Jerome's funeral had ended and all that. And he told her, said, "Look, the DEA is coming after you." And soon as she seen them cops, she took off. She had that white jogging suit on. She took off. And Buckley picked her up. And this is when she puts the hammer on. But she didn't take Buckley out. She should have, even though she already had the heat on. And so what them does it make about Buckley? And they ain't care nothing about Buckley. I would have popped that jerry curl off his head.
He was a harmless effer.
Can we?
Yeah, because Jerome had paged him. Had he showed up, maybe Jerome wouldn't have got taken out. Maybe he would have had more backup.
I like this scene though, how to set up though. Franklin like, yo, they coming to get you right now.
Mm-hmm. She took off running.
And she was pregnant in this scene too.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is her second time pregnant while on Snowfall, right? I think she was pregnant during another season 3 or 4, something like that. She was pregnant. I think this is her second time she was pregnant doing on Snowfall. So, but she still kept on working during the pregnancy. So shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they made it work and they covered things up and make so you couldn't tell and see. So
she was up out of there, man. She got up out of there.
But this is when she on the run. So back to y'all's point, they could show her in the spinoff at least mention her name and maybe we see something with her, you know. So but this is when I'm done with Franklin. I mean, I've been done with Franklin, but when you disrespect your mama, and he was yelling at his mother, he was talking disrespectful to his mother, disrespectful to Veronique. He just didn't care no more. And she said, if you go through with this plan, with trying to work things out with Teddy to get this money, you won't have me in your life no more. And he was like, okay. He was just, and then I'm paraphrasing. I ain't saying it the way they saying it, but he was real cold to his mother. And I'm sorry, I like Sissy. I don't think she deserved all this. You know, did she make mistakes? Yes, we all do. I done made my share of mistakes as a mother. But damn, don't nobody deserve this though. Like how he was talking to his mother. And this ain't the first time. It was some other scenes he was talking to his mother, like in season 5, I think it was. He was talking to his mother crazy.
Yeah, this was a big arc too in their relationship.
I think he was talking to his mother. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think he was talking to his mother crazy when the father came back, and she was gonna let him
Yeah,
come
it
back.
started then, but
Mhm.
it got worse after that. You absolutely right. What was you saying, PG? You saying it was a story arc of what?
No, this was like a big arc, and change and shift of their relationship because they were like, they were so close and loving to each other in the beginning. And now, Franklin, he don't care. Is no longer like relationship with people anymore. He just got a relationship with that money. That's who
Mhm.
he in love with.
Well, this is the scene where a lot of people was pissed off. Not Inga, not me, but a lot of people to this day. To this
I
day,
was.
you can go on any a social media platform and type in Sissy Saint and watch you see hate about this lady. Not the actress. I'm talking about the character. Because some people still feel that, oh, she should have I remember, shout out to Brillo, love me some Brillo, but I remember Brillo being one to saying that she was wrong. And if I'm mistaken, it was either Brillo or OT saying that they was wrong, she was wrong. She should.
That was Booby that was said
Well,
that.
it was
Me and him
somebody
had
who
a
was saying,
disagreement
maybe it was
about it.
Booby, it was one of the guys.
Yeah.
I do remember it being on the platform with one of y'all, and somebody said she should have. Oh, she should just wait 5 more seconds, and I don't even believe there was nobody on the other end to. I think that was Perez. If it was somebody, it was Perez on the phone. I think the whole
No,
thing was a setup. I don't believe it, but he was transferring no money.
I think
And
he
I don't know.
was
I mean,
though.
this is just, I mean, of course, I'm just going on speculation because they didn't show us this, but I don't believe he was transferring no damn money. He wasn't giving Franklin nothing.
I think they were. I think he was though.
I
At
mean,
this
yeah, I don't
point,
know. I mean, it's hard to say. I'm just speculating.
why
But
people getting mad at this though?
and then
Because
she told him, she said, I want you to tell me, but because remember earlier on when he was let me see, in these scenes here when he was being tortured, Sissy came into the room and to talk to him and said, I want to know about what happened to my husband. And he said, oh, I didn't take him out. I had him arrested. He's in prison. So, but now she wants to know, well, what prison is he at? Where is he at? And then he said, oh no, I took him out. And I'm like, Teddy's dead. I'm fine. I'm glad he's gone. He should have been gone. I'm more happy about this than anybody's death. I was cheering when we first saw this. I was like, yes.
PG, you was mad at her for doing what she did.
No, not me. No, I'm
I
glad
was
she took him out.
I was on a mindset of let's just see what happens though. Just give it a couple more seconds. I mean,
So you
I
wanted
saw
to
both
see him get
sides.
the
At the
money.
end of the day, Teddy was not going to rest with Franklin having that money. I get it, but I'm just have the like just give it 30 more seconds. Let's just wait and see. You can murk him after that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I was. But I saw both sides honestly. I wasn't mad. But I understood, but I ain't gonna lie, I was a little like, oh, sissy.
You want to know?
Went this far. Let's just wait and see.
Yeah, he wasn't getting that. I agree with me. He was never gonna get that money. I
No.
don't believe he was talking to nobody at the bank or whoever it was. I don't believe whoever it was. I don't believe he was talking to nobody. I think it was some kind of. He might have been having a cold. He might have had a plan with Parissa. Now I'm just speculating, rewriting the script. If I had to come in and rewrite the script, that Parissa might have been on the other end of the phone, and they had some kind of game going on. Something. I don't believe he was talking to
Yeah.
to nobody.
RC had exactly that's how I feel. He said I wanted it to play out since he robbed us. So that's how I felt.
Everybody was like, no.
So get the money, and then 5 minutes later, he take the money back from him.
No, I mean we just wanted to see it play out. We knew it probably wasn't going to be a happy ending. It's just
It wasn't gonna be no happy ending because as soon as he got the money, as soon as Franklin got the money, he would have got smoked. So
Yeah. But
it's
she
like,
okay, what she's
understand why
saying, she still wanted to see it. She wanted to see him get the money and then get smoked. Yeah,
I mean,
I guess that's what she's
20
saying.
minutes, 30 minutes later, he get the money. That guy, the CIA agent, was gonna smoke him. So it was like what we need to see play out. It wouldn't have made sense.
I'm
He
just
got
saying,
the
as
money.
just going through the journey with Franklin, a small part of me was like, we gotta just try to get. We done went through all this, sissy. Come on now, you ain't know how many people I done murked. I done murked my best friend. I murked all these people. Come on, let me see, sissy.
Yo.
I agree
Franklin
with
is an idiot.
all I see
Franklin is
for
an
me.
idiot, bro.
I agree with all I see for me. Sissy did the right thing, in my opinion.
Oh
She
dang.
saved her son's life, but his greed, he was blinded by the greed. Yeah, so he was like high on crack, but it was the money, not actual drugs.
I agree.
Can we
Yeah.
agree? Can we agree that Franklin? Because somebody on this pod thinks he was really, really smart. Franklin was an idiot. He was dumb.
Oh,
Wow.
whoa,
No, I don't.
whoa.
I don't know.
You missed me with that.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Missing me
Moochie.
with
I'm gonna
that.
tell you how he was. I'm gonna tell you how he
Let
was
Moochie
dumb.
cook with that one. Go ahead and rebut.
You missing me
Okay.
with that. Book wise, he was smart. Business
I'm not
wise,
talking
he
about
was
book,
smart.
but he wasn't smart business because his girlfriend was telling him we can sell this
But let
property.
me finish. His greed got in the way, and that's when he started making stupid decisions. And he also wasn't streetwise. That was his problem. He had Leon and stuff for that, but you would see the times that he would mess up because he wasn't streetwise. He was book smart. He was money smart. He was putting everything together smart. But when it come down to fighting and all of that, he wasn't all with that fighting and doing the dirty work. He had to get pushed to a limit to start pushing back, and we saw that when he got locked up. That's when the change happened with him.
Yeah,
Well,
he
how
changed.
does Tariq survive? And he don't got no. He not street smart, but he
Well,
book
we ain't
smart.
see Tariq get in a situation like Franklin either. We never saw Tariq be locked up where he like in there.
Yeah,
We just seen him like they got him still like kind of like he's a juvenile.
Yeah, Tyreek.
Man,
I don't know. To me, it feels like he get treated like it's just so fake with Tyreek. He get out of anything. They do anything around
Franklin
here.
was in jail for 4 days, man. like Franklin was in jail for about 2 months to
No,
try to
but
like
figure
he
it
Franklin,
like
we
he
out.
like
saw
he did a stint, right?
Like,
no,
yeah, right. Ghost
we
was in
saw
there the
Franklin in
whole
jail,
board entire.
with his
Ghost was in there
ops.
the whole. Ghost was up in there the whole season 4. He did more in jail than Franklin ever did. He was out of there
Yeah,
like it
but
wasn't nothing, man.
and Ghost took a couple of people out while he was up in there.
Exactly. Franklin
Franklin
was
was
a
young
pussy
and he
down
was
in
in there
jail,
with his
bro.
ops by himself with all his enemies.
Oh man, stop it. Ghost was in there. Was in there. Known. They knew who he was. He was.
No, he
He
was a
was putting in
crowd.
that
Nobody
work.
knew him.
They
And
did know who he
Jerome
was. They was. I mean, Tommy Daddy knew exactly who he was.
and Jerome talk all that crap, and he ain't never teach Franklin how to squabble.
Squabble at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, squabble up. That's right. Come
We
on,
didn't see. I don't think we saw Franklin boxing until the last season when he
Exactly.
had that penthouse.
Leon had to have that little talk with him, when he first got locked up.
But but one thing about Sissy, she had this thing planned. She knew she was going. That's why she told him that she was going with him when she was right here and they was in that warehouse. She told him, "I'm going with you to this exchange, this money exchange thing." I think she had it already planned in her head that she was going to take him out. That she was going to take out Teddy. And the CIA guy James, see, he you notice when she started powing, he walked away. He walked away like he ain't know Teddy, he ain't know nobody. Cause Teddy not a part of the CIA. So he walked away, and Teddy deserved this. I'm sorry. I hope he rotting in hell. He deserved this. Yeah, he definitely deserved it. Especially when he said, "Yeah, I took your husband out." That was it for her.
The only oh, my bad for cutting y'all off. But
No,
the
go ahead,
only
go ahead.
reason the only reason I said Franklin is smart as people making him out to be because the money was there. His I don't want to say his wife, but his fiance, girlfriend, whoever was telling him, "You sell the plane, you sell this, we can get up to at least about 12 or $13 million." Now I know y'all want the $74 million. I know that's more than 12 million, but we talking about like in '89 and '90s. I'd rather have that $12 million. I'd be mad at losing all that money, but at least had this $12 million and I could be able to spend this with my son, whatever. They was having a son, right?
I what did they say? I can't remember.
I think he said
I
he was having a son or whatever, but he
I
could have
can't remember.
spent
Yeah.
he could have spent that with him and his wife. They didn't have to be in Los Angeles. They could have went to another country, and everything would have been okay. He could have, if he was so smart, he could have rebuilt that, but he didn't though. So that's why I say he didn't have no type of street smart. No matter how much greed that you is, if you're really smart, and if you really think about it, he could have sold his jet. He had the property. He could have just went on and did something else, but he just was so thinking about that one step, that money, and that's why he had drunk.
Yes. But
Mm.
can I say something real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, have you ever been to like a casino, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could be up in a casino, right? Say you win $7,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is facts because I've been there. So say you winning their money. Maybe you might have started with like 2,000 or whatever, but you up 7,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something happens, you playing craps or blackjack, whatever you play, and you start losing it. Do you know those little hundreds on the table? People start throwing that like, I want my 7,000 back. I want my 7,000 back. Like they start looking at their money like that's why they have it in chips, because you start like, I want all my money back, and you just start throwing it, trying to get back the big money. So I could see Franklin doing that. I'm just saying, because I see people in the casinos do it every day. People with craps. If you see those crap games in the streets, that's what they do too.
Mm-hmm.
It's something psychological when you used to having more or you had more, you trying to get it back. That's it.
You know, I was reading the comments. I was listening to it. Yeah. It just he was not gonna get that money. He was not gonna get that money. I do understand what you're saying, PG. You just and RC, y'all just for the sake of the story. If you was reading a book and you get to that page, you want to see at least what's the next step before he get taken out or anything. You at least want to see, you wanted to see him get the money, or at least see the whether or not the money was even gonna get transferred or whatever.
Yes. If I would have read that sentence in the book, I would have threw that book away, then burned it. Like I was like, oh hell no.
Because he was like 1 or 2 digits away from finishing, and she took him out.
That's what got everybody mad.
Yeah, she was 1 or 2 digits away, and
Man, this was like
he was like one. He was like 1, 2, 3, bam, and it was over.
He just had a one track. He just had his mind on getting that money. He wasn't even worried about the money that he had on the floor. You know what I mean? I understand people want that they money. I don't want to lose this, but sometimes you lose money. Sometimes you take losses. You got to take losses, and then it make you a better person. If he really street smart, he could have flipped that $12 million for something even bigger. But he wasn't thinking.
No,
it is what it is, man.
He wasn't the same person anymore. 200,000.
He was a monster at this point. I mean, his mind was gone. Like he was crazy. Like he
was panicking. He never been in that position before. He wasn't as smart as people said he was, because let's be honest, there's plenty of people that have been through some stuff and they didn't panic, but they didn't came out of the situation like, you know what? I ain't gonna never get that back. But what I can do is try to sit there and build right back up. He could have did that, but he didn't.
He could have, and he was smart. You know why? Because they were telling us the same $200,000 that he had at the end was what he started with, is what he built his empire with.
We talking about season 6. We not talking about Bill. He had every opportunity. This woman was telling him, "You're not going if you don't get this money back. But you could sell some of your property. You could sell this jet, and with all the property and the stuff that you got, you can get up to $12 million. Who not gonna do that if you ain't got nothing?"
We understand that. Remember, he started out with 200 and made that. What I'm saying is he was capable, but he was gone by then. Like Moochie said, he was consumed by greed. He's a different person. He's just off his rocker. He's mad. He's vengeance. He's been through a lot. He's out of control right now. But he wasn't thinking. Do it at some point in time.
He was thinking about the money. Sometimes you got to step back. He wasn't thinking about. No, man. Like that's why he broke. When he was drunk now, man. Before. He didn't
He's
do it
not
this time. That's why
dumb.
he a drunk.
Oh shit.
And so he
Hmm.
dumb, and he lost his money, and he lost his mama.
Well,
He
look, and
lost his
the
girlfriend.
mama got life in
Damn.
prison. And at the prison, I mean, when she was in court, they gave her life in prison, and then she had the Black Panthers all up in the there at the court, so she was gonna be protected in jail. Like she wasn't, I mean, in prison. I don't think she. Matter of fact, she told Wanda. I remember at the funeral or at the repast, I need you to take over the shelter because I'm not gonna be coming back for a while. So I think she already had this plan in her head that she gonna do something drastic. I think she had this plan I don't think she knew at the time she was gonna do it, but I just think at some point somebody, because Teddy was the cause of this, all the stuff going on. So I think she had to she had
Me,
to take somebody had to take Teddy down. He had to go. He had to go.
she can be in a spinoff though.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, because Leon goes to visit her, and she said,
Mhm.
"Look, my son is lost. My son was gone." She
I
she
think
she
she can
know
get out of there too. I think
Yeah,
she
she
can get
know
out
her
of. I
son
think
was
she can get out of
gone,
prison.
and so it was nothing she could do for him. She tried everything she could, and she admitted throughout the season that I think she told Louis or Jerome, one of them, that we're all the cause of the why Franklin is the way he is. She said this more than one time, so she realized her part that she played in it too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she was at peace. All I say, she was definitely at peace. Um, so
I feel
yeah.
bad for her because
And
she in prison.
Leon, that was like a mother to him, you know what I'm saying? He had his own mother, but she was very, loving to Leon. And Leon was more of a son to her than her own son was. Yeah, man, it was just
But
mm.
Sissy watched her son turn into her husband.
Yeah. She
She
been through a
she
lot,
saw
yo.
that. She saw
Yeah.
him from we go how I forgot his name now.
Alton.
Alton,
Alton,
how
yeah.
Alton started out being a loyal Black Panther to things
Mhm.
going sideways, and then him
Mhm.
having guilt and regret over it. And
Right.
it's kind of like the same thing with Franklin because he got so obsessed with making money, like how Alton got obsessed with the civil rights movement,
And
but
the
it just
reason
went
why
left.
I think the reason we talked about this in the earlier seasons, I remember Mina and I mentioned that I think the reason why she got involved with that real estate thing in the first place with Franklin taking the drug money to and doing that real estate. I think she didn't want to turn her back on her son. She didn't want to turn her back on him. So and she wanted to hopefully he have a way to get up when it's time to get up out of this mess. He'll have something to fall back on.
Yeah, she
But
wanted that. Yeah.
mhm.
The future she was building. And he was gonna leave eventually. Like it took him long enough. And then
Yeah.
Teddy took his money.
Yeah,
He
he
told
was
Teddy, he was like,
originally
I'm
going to
done. I'm
leave,
done.
but he took the money. Witchcom took Teddy took the money, and that's what made him snap into another person.
He snapped. He
Yeah,
definitely
he
snapped.
definitely snapped. Yeah, so
He's killing people for fun.
now PG, what you think about the fact Franklin went to Leon at the projects asking him for $2 or $3 million or whatever it was that Leon had, and Leon wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at Leon, but I could also see Franklin's frustration. I would have tried to, but let's bargain a little bit. I got a cute little $250K you can hold, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not about to give you upwards towards a mill. Like, nah. I feel like they always were going to be brothers, but their relationship was so disconnected and severed at that time. I don't know. But I really wasn't mad at Leon, honestly.
No, and he said in this scene there's a reason why your mother didn't want you to have that, have the money. So I'm not going to go against. He loved Miss Sissy, so he wasn't going to go against her wishes and give you money if she didn't want you to have the money from the beginning. And then when but he also did wrong, y'all. He put that hammer in Leon's face, knowing that Leon got a whole crew right there, and you ain't got nobody at your back now. Jerome gone, Louis on the run. Your mama locked up. You got nobody. You have nobody.
Yo, but side note, Franklin probably would have pulled that damn trigger.
I think he would have too.
He was on one.
If them guys wasn't there, he would have. He would have killed Leon for it.
He was on one.
Yeah, I think he would have killed Leon. Yeah. So,
that's a destruction, right? That's going on from him. That's what they look at. Look at this idiot.
Yeah. And then when he talked to that real estate man, I forgot that man's name now, but we talked to the real estate guy and he found out that Veronique had sold some of the properties, and I guess behind Franklin's back or whatever. And that's why he got pissed off and his hands was around her throat. That was it for her. Y'all was just saying it a little while ago that she was ride or die with Franklin until he put the hands on her.
Yeah, he want to take her out.
He said, "Don't you ever go and do nothing behind my back again." I just watched that this afternoon. He said, "Don't you ever do nothing behind my back again without talking to me first."
Yeah,
and he put both hands, not one hand, y'all, both hands, like you choking somebody. That's crazy.
Because he was dead serious. He was about to take her out.
He was about to take her out, and that's what did it for her. See, she should have listened to her mama and left when her mama told her to leave.
I'm glad she waited because, if you would have just left, you would have been like, yo, what happens if what happened? We could have probably been good. I probably could have been. But then when she saw, like, we're never going to be good.
Yeah. So the little money that he did have, like she took the money from sold the properties, the real estate buildings or whatever. So whatever money he did have left and money he did have in the bank, she took all that. So he was left with nothing, zero. So he started back worse than when he started. Because at least he was a college student. He was, he probably was broke, but he had a little job at the corner store. He wasn't all the way destitute broke. He's worse than when he started off at. He is worse off now than when he started. So when he went to the bank and he was trying to sell the mother's house and he couldn't do it because he needed the mother, signature to sell the house. And that's, y'all, this scene here is something. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one second here. Where's my thing at? Share my screen. Bam. Bam.
Mama, look at me. I'm in trouble.
Oh.
All I got left is the house.
Oh.
So I need to sell it because I need the cash. Even though I bought it for you. So, look, I got some documents that I just need you to sign them. I just need you to sign ownership over to me. Okay? Mama, listen to me. I'm sorry, but you're never getting out of here.
Cold as ice, man.
Where is the Toy King, though? He's not here for this.
Just sign the paperwork and give me some indication that you'll do that for me. Huh? Mama. What kind of fucking mother are you? You
See?
Fucking talk to me.
I want to punch him in his face right now. Punch him in his face.
You ended my fucking life.
After everything I fucking did for you, you not gonna fucking talk to me. You did this to me. You ended my fucking life. And Teddy should have blown your fucking head off. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. You fucking did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. You fucking did this. You ended my fucking life.
crying if I was her.
Look, she got that big behind wagging that backside. Look, shout out to that lady. I mean that actress. I love her. I swear to God, I love her.
Avon Barksdale's sister, right?
Yes, yes.
We'll
I
have to
mean,
look.
and I hated her on The Wire now. They don't
Yeah, I
even
couldn't
give me.
stand on the wire
Oh no,
either.
yeah, I ain't even going down that rabbit hole on The Wire because that's my favorite show of all time.
Brianna needed to be Franklin's mama.
Yeah, she she was yeah, I couldn't stand her how she, but y'all, yeah, Tamika, you did it to yourself. Like this, yeah, everybody said this is when he was. If y'all defending this Franklin on this one, I don't know what to say about y'all. He was dead wrong talking to his mother like this. He was like a drug addict right here.
Yo, but so the thing is the one thing that they wanted in life was that damn house to be paid off, and now he like, listen, I need that too. I wouldn't have gave him that house either, because the one thing I had.
So
you
he's going
off
to
your
take the
rocker.
house. So even if he was able to get the house, he would have taken the money from the house and got more bricks and
No.
sold drugs again, right?
He was losing every single thing he got. The dude, when he had 200,000, he just was like, he was losing everything. He would have lost it. It didn't matter.
Hey, Matthew. Yeah. I mean, PG, your thoughts on that little scene? Because that was a heavy scene.
Yeah, that was hard to watch, honestly, the first time. Oh, there's so many layers. I mean, honestly, Sissy, you ain't gonna live in the house no more for real. But I'm not mad at her for
No,
not
but that's
giving
not
him
the
the
point.
house.
It
I'm
ain't
not
the
mad at her.
point. It's not the point. If your little nephew's son, and you say if y'all same situation, you Sissy and he Franklin, it's not the point. You ain't gonna live in that house no more. You locked up for life. But why you don't want him to have it?
No, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. You don't want him to have it because, and some people felt like though, if you go on any platform and just type in Franklin and these scenes, and people still to this day will say, "Oh, she was wrong. She should have gave him the money. She gave him the house. She should have did it." Why? He wasn't going to do no good with it. He would have still lost it anyway. He would have still lost it all anyway. At this point now, his karma was pouring down on him. He wasn't going to be doing good in his life. And Moochie, why didn't he get nominated for any kind of Emmy for that role? That scene alone, the way he was, and it's a bunch of scenes with Desmond. It just was really good. It's a couple of quite a few scenes all through this whole series, but that one here, it was a really good one. I mean, he's sweating, and the way he cussed her out and called all kind of bitchs and stuff. He said Teddy should have taken you out.
I heard him say that. I said, "Ooh,
why wasn't he nominated for any kind of nothing?" I mean, did he get an NAACP award? He should have got something.
Let me see.
No, he didn't. They never recognized Snowfall.
Why? I know that
But they was doing that. They did that to Power for a long time too. They just like let him in this first episode.
And to me, they still need to give The Wire something. I don't care. It has been 20 something years. They still need to get him an honorable something. You know what I'm saying?
Look how long it took Angela Bassett to get hers. Like,
oh yeah, I know that one when he did bodies. That's another good one. That his act. Look, the guy is good, a great actor.
Yeah, I saw he won a few awards. 2017.
Oh, it did win some? Okay.
Yeah, Screen Nation Film and Television Award. 2019 International Film Festival. You got a BET Award in 2021 for Best Actor.
Okay.
So he got a few. I mean, not like the big ones, but it's all a perspective who we respect to give these awards to, because it's all politics anyway.
Well, Deidre, I'm gonna ask you before you get jumped out again. Did you think that was a good scene?
Yeah, I did that because I wanted to donate something for you. But yeah, talking about with her, his mother. Talking about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
He called his mother BITCA, saying Teddy should have taken you out of here. And
That wasn't
I
great.
mean,
That was great acting right there. So she and how she walked away made it even worse because she didn't care what he was talking about. She just said, "I'm about to go back to my cell."
Yeah, she was checked out.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, because what did she tell Leon in the previous one right here? She told Leon, "My son is lost. He's gone. It's no more helping him. I can't. There's nothing. So Leon, she could still work with Leon. She could still talk to Leon. Leon listens to her.
Mhm.
'Cause I don't know if he had the best relationship with his own mother. I mean, she was around, but we ain't see her but once. We ain't really see her that much. He was,
She wasn't a good mother.
remember them scenes when she braided his hair after he was in hiding after taking that little unaliving that little girl. She greased his scalp and braided his hair I mean, the old school way where you sit on the floor and your mama got the comb and the grease. My mother ain't did my hair like that since I was a child. So, I mean, he did. You say you tender-headed. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, you say he was an idiot. I'm glad he lost. Yeah, that's for me too. I'm glad he lost the money.
That's Detroit.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super stick in Detroit.
Yeah. I'm glad he lost the money. I just think, especially after that, he didn't deserve nothing. Like he said, I'm the one that got when he paid off the house. Remember early on, that's back when Alton was still living there. That was like season 3, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah,
2 or 3 or whatever.
It was never
maybe
going to
3.
be enough.
No, I think it might have been 3, something like that.
Inga, Amina's sick right now that nigga broke. It's a joke. She was gassing him up and everything. Look at him. Look how sad he look right now.
No,
well,
Mrs. Looking like a big old crybaby.
I can see him in Black Panther. I don't know if the Black Panther, but I can see him in the Black Panther series though.
I can see him in a Black Panther.
Yeah.
He better be training right now then.
That's the rumor, actually, right? It's him.
They said he was.
Yeah,
I hope so.
That's a rumor.
That's
a rumor.
No, I
heard
didn't get no confirmation for sure, but I
It's
ain't
a
hear Ryan
rumor.
Coogler say it or anything like that. It's just been rumored. But I'm here.
If he get in, but he better do some training. Whoever get it got to do some training, man.
Well, Franklin ain't scared of no hard work. I mean, damn.
I still call him. Yeah, I still call him Franklin. I don't care what I see him in. He's still Franklin. He gonna be Franklin for a while until I stop saying it. So he's still Frank. Yeah, I think he'll be good. Even if he's not the Black Panther, but if he's just in there as one of the other soldiers or somebody, I think he'll do good.
I think he should be a soldier. I don't think he should be the Black Panther though.
Who else? Who gonna be Black Panther?
Who you think should be it?
I think Denzel Washington's son should be either. He could be it.
Well, Denzel gonna be in it. Denzel already spilled the beans.
His son, John Washington. I think what's it? David John Washington. Yeah. I think he could be in it, and I think my man from Cross. I think that's the number one pick right there.
Yeah. Now, the guy from Cross.
He's in the
DC universe, right?
Because
he Eldridge Hodge.
He's in the DC one. Who he played?
Yeah, he was in Adam.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
They trashed that dog.
I forgot who he played, but
he did his thing.
To me, he took over that movie.
And
that was the Rock's movie.
Yeah.
They saying he is supposed to be the next Black Panther.
Okay.
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed though by Deadline or anybody. I just say so. They just said that
it leaked.
It didn't leak. He not no Black.
I've been hearing this rumor for a while, so I don't know if there's any truth to it. But
he came out and said they asked him when he was at the Golden Globe. He was like,
"Okay, they keep saying it's speculation."
So what happened was, I think that they said that he was out somewhere. He was hanging out, and it got like a hot mic, and they heard him say that he was getting casted as Black Panther, but he wasn't supposed to say it. just like Ryan Coogler got mad that Denzel slipped up and said it.
Right.
Man, that
Supposed to be
y'all
under
just
wraps.
we
Because
just gotta
Marvel don't really
see
like for
it,
you to
bro.
spill the beans like that. Marvel don't
It
like that.
he that's in this media train. When he was at the Golden Globe, he said that he basically said he would love to be a part of and everything. He didn't say yes, yay, and nay. I don't think he need to be. I think it need to be somebody who's more of an experienced actor that got me that you know what I mean. That's just me though, and I'm not hating on him, but I think it need to be somebody experienced. And I don't want him to be the Black Panther. I want an American actor.
Damn.
I
I don't
want
think
an
it should.
American
If
actor.
anybody, I don't think it should be him. I thought it could be the guy from Insecure that played Issa's boyfriend too. He was in
I
Top Gun.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
just
guy.
believe in you. Chadwick Boseman was
Um,
so much of a credible
well, you
actor.
know something. I know one thing. It better be right because if not, Moochie is going to be on the up here on this YouTube being pissed because she was pissed when Angela Bassett character was taken out. I know that for a
I
fact.
was pissed
I
with
remember.
that, and I felt like I didn't like the direction they went in with that movie.
Yeah, I remember.
I feel
I
like it
remember you was
emasculated
mad
the
about
black
it.
man.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
they
That's
I
definitely
remember you. You
did.
went on a rant about it. I remember it.
Yeah.
You was mad, so I said it better be right. Oh, yeah, she talking about Lawrence. That's what you was talking about.
He laughed
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. Mrs. T. She said not Lawrence. um, well, we'll see what happens. But I know one thing.
Get an American
He
actor,
was riding to
please.
the core on this right here. He was
He was
riding to the core
good.
talking to your mother like this. And you see how the guards had to come and drag him up out of there because you talking to his mother crazy. Well, we almost at the end of this thing, so we finally found Peaches again. So the guy who worked with who was Alton's friend in the Black Panthers, he's the one to get all the hook up on stuff. He finally found out where Peaches was. Now, I remember Tamika and Moochie and maybe somebody else. Y'all hated how they did Peaches' character. Yeah, he go Tamika already in the chat saying
Yeah.
that pissed me off. I
That
remember
pissed
that.
me off too,
Yeah,
because
I
it came
remember
out of
that.
nowhere.
Yeah, because it's not unusual though, Moochie, that if you're around all this cocaine and carrying on, that you might end up doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unheard of that people end up getting high on their own supply. But we didn't see him. It did come out of nowhere because it wasn't like a build up to it. It's just like we come back on season 5 and then bam, season 5, and he was all of a sudden he had a summer cold. He was sniffing and snorting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has something to do with that jab, though. That they minus it, because they were shooting this through COVID.
Oh yeah, this was during COVID time, wasn't it? I think so.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
It wasn't
was.
Before COVID.
This
No,
was
COVID.
Moochie, look it up for me. What was the last season? Season 6.
COVID.
Was
Yes, it
it doing like
was.
2021 or
Because
something?
Nothing Man was already on
It
back
was.
then.
It
Yeah, Moochie.
was.
I
They
mean,
was
not
wearing
Moochie.
masks and
Tamika said,
everything.
yeah, he kept talking about he had the sniffles. He had a summer cold. That started in season 5 when they took out Rob. And I think what reason why he fled, I think because after he saw Franklin
When they
take
did
out
the
Rob,
Rob,
I think he said, "Shit, I better get the hell on." And he took wasn't it like $5 million or something? He took a lot of money from Franklin.
Whatever was in that stash house, right? No.
Yeah, but whatever's in that safe. I mean, not safe, but that little stash house place. Yeah, and money and drugs.
Ladies, can I ask y'all a question? I know it's late and we about to go. I just got one question. Wasn't he Peaches? I'm talking about on the show, and I'm not trying to dog him or nothing like that. I'm just talking about on the show for somebody to get emotional. He was considered a gay character on the show, right?
He was?
No. Was he?
No. I didn't know that.
I never heard that.
I heard they was trying to make him like that, and he shot it down.
Because
D-Ray probably said, "Nah, he ain't doing that."
The only reason
I never heard that.
I'm not. This is not no conspiracy or nothing like. I'm going by what I just read, what I just saw when I was just looking at. I looked at this scene about 5 times. You remember when Jerome had went, to that the white guy, was asking what Peaches was because Jerome was
Yeah,
was
but that was a
looking for him too.
wasn't that not like a trap house or what you call it a
He
crack
was
house?
a vet too, but he was saying that Peaches been dabbling even when they was in the war, but he had it under control and he
Yeah,
knew how to hide it from everybody.
yeah, but he was super close with him. I'm not putting this up. You know what? I'm gonna chill. It's
I
too
mean,
late. But
no,
I
They
thought
never said that.
I just
That
they
never
I
never
don't
heard
said
know.
that. Yeah, that I just
they
never
never
heard
said that.
that.
But for this scene, but the last season, they was kind of alluding to that he was kind of like had a boyfriend or whatever. Even in season 5.
You
You
reaching.
know,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not reaching.
I
I'm
don't.
not. This ain't the front. Go back and shout out to Lamont. Go back to Lamont Tyson.
Lamont
His
Tyson. Yeah.
his go back to his old lives. He even was saying this. I'm not reaching with this. This is
Okay.
not
I
reaching.
mean,
I'm
yeah,
not.
I'm not saying you reaching. I just never heard it. I mean, so it just sounds surprised to me. PG, did you hear this?
Ah,
Did-
No, I never heard it, but I'm not excluding if it was the
yeah, I'm
same.
not going to exclude nothing, but I just never heard it.
They
Yeah,
didn't never
Tina
come
said
at it
she
as
never
him
heard it
saying
either.
it, but I'm not making this up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying like this
Well,
is nothing. I don't want to put this on no actor, but that it was kind of alluding to at the like he had one. That's all. I'm not saying that it's true or not, but I just got
yeah.
to like, what was he? Did he have a
But
lover or something like
but this
that?
but this is my thing. But the peaches thing is that you are still. I guess Well, no, I'm gonna answer my own question. I guess you got nothing to lose. You lost your house. You lost your mama's house. You don't. You lost your penthouse. You lost your girl. Everybody either died in jail or out the game or whatever. You lost everything. So I guess he said, "Let me still keep looking for peaches," because I
I
had
might.
forgotten all about peaches. Actually,
I would have been looking for him if I'm out of money and I know he took my money.
yeah, that's the
Please.
reason why I was gonna say. That's why I kind of answered
Oh,
my own
I
question.
got
Yeah.
it, y'all.
Uh-huh.
So here's the thing about what you was just asking, and the theory about Peaches isn't false.
Okay, look
Okay.
at you, Detroit Kings.
I
Okay.
ain't trying to make no theory about
Let
that,
her
man.
what you saw though. Talk.
She said it was false, so it ain't no need for me to go to it.
Based on the content of the character profiles, Peaches, played by D. Ray Davis in Snowfall, was not portrayed as gay. He was a Vietnam War veteran and loyal enforcer for Franklin Saint, whose storyline in later seasons focused on his struggles with his drug addictions, physical illness. He had the monster, they said,
I
but it
thought
probably was from
so.
the needles, and
Okay. Yeah. Look at this
betrayal
guy here. See.
rather than his
Man.
sexuality.
He probably did have the hips. He
I
probably
thought he
had the
had
hips.
that. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. It was either that or I
Yeah,
thought it was a
he got hit with the package.
Yeah,
Damn.
right. Yeah. And
And then they said that, and
and
then
that happens
somebody
in the
on Reddit they were saying the theory about Peach's character in Snowfall development. I'm not gay and I'm not a junkie. It would have been a death.
now I think
But
he
I'm
had
not the
about
only one,
five
Moochie, that
million
was saying it,
dollars.
though, Moochie.
I believe you because I'm looking
Hmm
it up. I'm telling a
hmm
lot of people was talking about it, and I think they assumed that because they were saying he was sick, with the package.
Yeah.
hmm
Well, look at the little bit of money that's left. He brings this guy over here, locksmith, to try to break into that safe. He done already unalive Peaches. Peaches is gone. He done pow him. So they bring in this guy, and this the same guy also that played on Breaking Bad when Walter
Mm-hmm.
White had, did some stuff to that guy. But and this guy, he really thought he was gonna walk away with the money when Franklin said, "Man, you can go and keep the money," and then he still pow the man in the back.
And you want to know something funny? Because I was sitting there like, Franklin is not going to do that. I'm like, this guy's worried about Franklin taking him out. And sure enough, Franklin was. That's when I wanted Franklin to get one, a hot pocket. I was
Yeah,
pissed.
Dang.
yeah, and look at this guy who walked
Um,
in. Look at his arms. You can see he probably shooting up needles in his arms. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense that Peach is probably, you know,
my bad, y'all. I ain't mean
had
to.
that
Hey,
disease.
Peaches, D-Ray, my bad, my brother. If you watch this, I wasn't trying to put that on you, my brother.
It's
Well,
okay. It's okay. That's why we looked it up and stated,
yeah,
what we
yeah. No,
know.
we ain't trying to put it on him if that's something. I don't think D-Ray would play that kind of role anyway. I just don't see him playing that kind of role. But then again, we don't know what these people doing now. So, well, fast forward to some. I mean, how much time probably went by? You think it's a year now? Because look at Tony. Tony got a haircut now and looking more cleaner because he was looking all disheveled before, the DA guy. And they out. Louis is on the run, and she's on some farm. How did they know she was at this farm though? I wonder how they knew that.
They said that somebody up had got a tip that they saw somebody
tip.
look
They
like
saw a
her.
lady that fit her description or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. And also is back in Mexico, and he's teaching little kids wrestling, but he checks the voicemail every day or every week or whatever it is, every day to see if Zia Moore leaves messages. So I wonder would he ever be able to go and meet up with her because she went to North Carolina. And he ain't gonna never be able to come back to America. If anything, she'll have to find him in Mexico. He ain't gonna never be able to come back to America.
So he got away.
Yeah, he did get away. He was in Mexico. Because remember, Franklin ended up giving him a passport and some money. He did give him a little bit of money, I think. He not a whole lot though. But look at all this is one thing. I mean, everybody, all this hard work that you do as a drug dealer, all this hard work, and you end up with nothing. You end up with pretty much now he right back where he started. Franklin is worse off than where he started because at least Franklin was a nice, clean cut college kid. He worse off now than where he started. Louis is back where she started on the streets doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
And like same thing with Big Meech and
like Meech and them. Right.
And they was making what, $1 million a week, $1 million a day or something?
How do you all the hard work that you got to go through? You put your life in danger and everything, your family's life in danger, and you end up back to nothing. He'll never be able to come back to America. So Zia Moore and the kids will have to find him somewhere in Mexico or some other country. He ain't gonna never be able to come back because if he come back to America, Tony, the DEA guy, gonna be looking for him. Because remember, Franklin put him on a private plane and got him out of town.
It's kind of crazy that you say this because you got to think about it. Jerome is gone. What's it? Sissy, she's in prison
for the rest of her life.
The rest of her life, the DEA agent, he didn't get. See, this person was saying why he didn't go after Franklin because he didn't have no information on Franklin. He couldn't go after Franklin. He had the video, the tape of Louis. That's why he went after her.
Oh, I ain't even see there's a PG had to leave. Thanks, PG. I'll reach out to her. We getting out of here now anyway, but I knew this was gonna be a long one because this was the final season and it was a lot of little things that sissy thing I definitely wanted to touch on that. And so Gustavo, he made it out. I mean, he made it out. He been through a whole lot. But if you go back to hit from season 1 to now, Gustavo went through a lot of stuff, and he looked like he more happier doing wrestling than he was doing the drugs.
The crazy thing is he called this woman too.
Yeah, I mean, he was checking like some kind of voicemail thing or something that he was checking every week. He told her, "I'm going to check it every week, so she could leave messages on." But maybe it's not traceable. Maybe the DEA can't find it or whatever. But Franklin now, this is some years that went by. I guess a couple of years. I forget. They did say on here. I forgot what was the timeline. Maybe 2 or 3 years later. Whatever.
Boyz N the Hood came out in 90, right? 91.
What you mean the timeline of?
Yeah, because they were shooting. They had them.
It was 80 something when it first started. It was in the 80s.
No, I'm saying that at the end.
At the end, they was 90 something. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
like 90. Yeah, 1990, 89 or 90 or something like that. Because when Boys in the Hood came out, I think that was what was that Moochie? 89 or 90
91.
or 91.
91.
91. Okay.
So they
Yeah,
like in
91.
90, they in the
Yeah, because
90s
I
now.
remember I was already out of high school when by the time that came out. Yeah. So um yeah, but he could never pay the property taxes on the house, so the LAPD was coming to put the padlocks or whatever on the house. So he just lost the house. The house looked like old trap house now.
Dang.
And Leon, he got himself together, and he even
He got
offered to
money
pay.
too.
He got money, and he offered to pay for the house, to pay for the property taxes and everything, so he wouldn't lose the house. And he said, "Look, now I'm finally free." That's what he was telling him in his face right here. I
I
mean,
heard.
yeah, yeah. He said, "I'm finally free," because the the CIA was still calling his house. Like you could hear him
Hmm.
on the phone. They showed those scenes where
But they also were showing that he might have been lost his mind too, the
oh,
way
that's
he was
true.
doing it.
That is true. Yeah, because I think he was in there talking to himself, talking to the phone, and it wasn't
Mhm.
nobody on the other than the phone. Yeah, I think he lost his mind. And even though I don't have those pictures to show that, but we know he had started drinking like his father, and then Leon see his friend who he loved Franklin. Franklin was his brother,
They were.
and he
Hmm.
looked up to him, and then they started on this street. If you go to season 1, remember that with the ice cream truck and Kevin and all them, and they was out there, Jerome out there and all that. They was having a good time. They started on this street, and now they ended on the same street, and Leon crying and Franklin just going on down the street. Um,
Gone.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was it. Look, I love Snowfall. Like, I think Snowfall is a very good show. It's a good rewatch for anybody who wants to rewatch it again. It's always a good rewatch. I mean, you can rewatch this just like you rewatch The Wire or other shows.
You got that five,
Yeah.
you got that top four on crime shows for you? Like Wire, Breaking
It's up
Bad.
there. Snowfall is up there. Wire is that's my number one show. I never can stop talking about The Wire, but
The Wire is
they
phenomenal, man.
but yeah, but Snowfall is very good. Especially, I think
It's good though. It's
I
good, but it
enjoyed
ain't
it
no
more
Wire
now
level
because
though.
we had time for it to. It's been some years since it's been on, so now I'm watching it like fresh eyes again, and I'm enjoying it
Yeah.
again.
Or enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, so um, look, my son just came in and put the TV on, showing me they got video footage of somebody who came to the house of that Nancy Guthrie. I think that lady is not
Mm-hmm.
alive. I mean, I hope she is. But I don't think that
I,
lady's alive.
I I
And I think
I
it's
got
an
a
inside
problem with
job.
that whole thing.
I ain't going into the conspiracy right now. It's late. We gotta get off. But I
I,
think it's
I
an
look.
inside job.
I was sitting
Where my
here.
sister Moochie at? Where you at,
I
Moochie?
was sitting here getting. Well, let me put my
Where
camera
Moochie
on.
at?
Oh on.
Yeah. Oh, because he can't see your face.
I
I
can't
was
hear her.
sitting here. You
Oh, he
can? Can
can't
you hear
hear
me
you.
now?
I hear you.
Nothing wrong with your thing,
Oh,
Can you hear
tell her to
me?
Detroit.
come back in. I can't hear her. I can only hear you and what's the name? I was wondering where Moochie was
How
at.
about now?
We
No,
can
it's
hear.
just,
I got
it's him. He got to pop out and pop back in.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I can't hear her.
That's
I
you,
wanted to say a
Detroit.
joke to
Be
Moochie.
on
Yeah,
Moochie
your
my
we
end.
can hear
I
bad.
each
think
other. It's on your end, Detroit. You got earpiece on, earbuds.
Yeah, I got
he must be
earbuds
on his
on.
It might be the
phone.
earbuds. It could be
So yeah, they
earbuds.
might
Okay,
be dying.
let me refresh it then, because I normally
Yeah,
have my
because that
headphones
happens
on.
sometimes if I have earbuds in.
All
Yeah,
right,
Okay.
I
so
think it's an inside job.
refresh it and hurry up and come back in.
Yeah, because we ain't gonna be able to, but one or
So
two more minutes now.
since while you guys were talking in between stuff, I got the trending topics for tomorrow. But I will go through it backstage, and then I'll just make the thumbnail, and coordinate a
I hear her
time.
fine. I hear her fine. Nah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my headphones on. Yeah.
And
Hey,
and and
Moochie.
I'm trying to leave a space for y'all to add that in. So if y'all want to add what y'all was just talking about, and that could be our final story.
We can
I
bring
know
it
we
up.
really didn't
Yeah.
want to dabble with politics. That's why I didn't bring it up. But it has. I want to bring up something about that, and we're gonna touch on it just a little bit, but we won't dig into
I don't mean no
politics.
harm.
Okay?
I ain't trying to be insensitive or be funny or nothing. So I hope anybody listen to the replay don't get upset. But this gonna be a good Lifetime movie when they do it. It's gonna be a
Oh
good.
yeah.
It's gonna be a good Hulu or whatever movie when they do it because it's something really fishy
Look,
about the
we're
story.
gonna talk about it tomorrow. That is gonna be one of our trending topics.
What's the name? If I can look it up, what we talking about?
Oh,
Like,
Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie. You know the mama, the 84-year-old lady that's missing.
oh,
But it's been
okay.
all over the news everywhere. It's been they showing on they were showing a video on it. My son had just showed it on TV.
Moochie, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? Moochie about to laugh what I'm about to say. Meech brought the heat on me.
Oh, that's what I want.
I haven't watched it. I mean, are you watching the BMF thing?
Oh yeah, I'm watching it. Terry side.
I only seen one. No, when I saw 2 episodes. How many episodes been out yet?
I think
I
it's
think
3 or 4. 3.
It's
right?
they on 4 right now.
Oh,
I mean, they
okay.
better
I
be
only
5
seen
coming
2,
up.
so I got to catch up.
Yeah, I've
now.
seen all of them so far, but I want to talk about. I want to talk about at least 2 of them at a time.
I ain't gonna lie, Terry low key cooking right now. It's getting good.
He's
Oh,
not bad.
Okay.
And then he
It's
got
getting
that girl there, Tanisha.
Yeah,
Tanisha.
she's there too.
It's
So I'm like,
getting
they still
good.
cool.
The way it's coming out, they still cool. It seems like they still together,
Right?
Mhm.
and it seems like Meech did mess everything up.
Well,
Just like
Yeah.
just like
on
to me, he did the
Stars.
same thing
Let's
he did with
see.
his son. I'm sorry, if it's a reason, I will get into it though.
Yeah, I'm
But
down with that. Moochie, hit me up, man. I'm down. I gotta talk about that, man. This is
okay,
this documentary good TV. This is what I'm talking about.
because we've been up here almost 3 hours, y'all.
I knew he was gonna be up here probably at least 2 hours.
It
But,
did, but it was a good
But
conversation.
you know how you know
Yeah.
how we end up going off script and we end up
Yeah.
talking about some other shit. So it's
That's
all
why I
good.
don't want to mention that. But
No, we ain't gonna talk. Yeah, we gonna
we
stop
all
right
gonna do
there.
trending topics tomorrow, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
Miss Niecy and y'all come back. Moochie is gonna do the trending topics. She'll set up everything. So just keep the notifications on. Look at everybody's, community tabs or whatever. So, Amina, you coming for the trending topics?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you because I need your logo too.
Yeah, what time is it? Sorry.
I have
I'd
her
like to know
logo.
what time is
When
it?
we go backstage, we're gonna talk
Oh.
about don't leave Detroit because you be leaving like a
Okay.
bat out of hell.
No, you know what happened? Every time that you do the thing, every time it happened, I can't hear y'all after when something going on with StreamYard, but I ain't gonna leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay.
I do want to say I am gonna watch Cross when it drops, and Thursday, I'm planning on trying to talk about it. I know they're going on 3 episodes, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can, at least So if I did Detroit. I think I sent it to your email.
You did. You sent it
Oh,
to
I
me.
sent it to your Instagram too. Yeah.
I'm gonna join y'all. We doing
so-
2. We doing 2, right?
It's season 2. It's supposed to drop 3 episodes.
I'm gonna try my best to watch all 3. I can't.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna get through what we can. And even if
It
we
don't
only
drop
talk
to
about
the 15th, right?
No, tonight at midnight something.
Tonight.
Yeah, for the what's the month we in? February 11th.
February,
Yeah, February 11th. So yeah, at midnight or whenever.
West Coast, it's gonna be
night.
like 2:00 in the morning our time.
Yeah,
West
there's
Coast
usually
time
be
12.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, tell Miss Niecy what Cross is about.
Oh, she gotta watch season 1.
Yeah, you want to watch season 1. You can't just jump into season 2.
All right, well,
I need to know the characters and who he is. Alex Cross. So you ever heard of Alex Cross?
this is based off the Alex Cross books.
The books.
Eldridge Hodge is playing him.
He's a black detective.
He's a black detective.
Yeah, in Washington D.C.
And the cast is really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, season 1 was good. we
Please
ain't
go
really
watch
like that.
season
We ain't
1.
really like that ending, but it was with that grandma. We ain't really like that ending last season, but
To be honest, I totally forgot. I just remember it was good. That one and the one that was like the
I
one
know
that
I
went
wanted to go back, Amina, and watch the last episode so that I can fresh my memory, but I ain't never get around to doing it. So I'll be all right. I could, and I'm sure they're gonna show a recap or something. I'll be able to.
She said, "What streaming service is it?" Because I don't
On
even know. I
Prime,
know
Oh,
I
it's
don't
on
watch it.
Amazon
Prime Video.
Prime, yeah,
Oh,
Prime
okay.
Video, yeah. It's on Prime Video, but even if you don't have it, just come up here and I mean, sit up here in the chat with us and talk about it, Miss Nisi. You can listen and catch up. So I don't know if we're gonna have all the pictures and all of that, but we're gonna have a conversation about it. So, but anyway, yeah, that's on Thursday, and then I don't know what else is going on after that, but and in Detroit, you're still doing Power, right? Aren't you? You and
I'm
Brillo?
not, no, with his
I'm
little,
done talking about Powerful right
yeah,
now.
I'm not doing Power. It's over with for that.
Yeah, I saw
It's
you was
done.
doing the thing with Brillo.
Well, we doing the Power alternate. It's just like some different type of stuff. It's not the show or nothing like that. It's just something
Oh, okay,
different.
okay. Um, yeah, I'll wait until Raising Canaan or Origins or whatever's gonna come first.
Raising Canaan and then Origins, but
That's what
I
I
heard
think.
that so far.
Huh?
No, I said it's Raising Canaan and then Origins. But you know what's good?
Well, Raising
I gotta
Canaan is this
watch.
summer or this fall or something, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way late. Yeah.
Mhm.
The King of Thrones. Now,
King, Night of
7 nights.
Kingdoms.
yes,
Night.
that's so good. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
real
yeah. I
good.
know Moochie been recapping that.
We've been
I have.
we've been doing that on Mondays with Nita.
I was like, it's good. I just binge watched it this week, so I'm like hyped now, and I'm like so sad because I was
Oh,
popping it
okay.
like candy, and now I'm like up to date.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Hey, 69 Ways, girl, where you been? I ain't seen
Oh,
you.
hey girl, I haven't seen her in
Hope you
forever.
doing good. Um, all right. Well, we're gonna get on out of here because we done been this one 3 hours. It don't seem like it been that much time. It's like we
No,
just
it
got up
don't. That's
here.
why I
Yeah,
said I'm looking, but it seemed like it. But I'm starting to get sleepy.
yeah,
yeah.
we going but yeah, everybody hang tight backstage for a second because Moochie wants to tell us something. And
Okay.
everybody in the chat, thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate you as always. It's always a good time. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Bye.